Ah,
Oh, hi.
Wait, are we live?
We're like,
Yeah.
Wait, that was real? Okay, cool. Hey, you never can tell. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Water Under the Bridge. This is a recently converted Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign where we are playing older adventures from other game systems converted to this one and set in the homebrew campaign setting of Enderin. We've got some people to introduce to you, some familiar, some unfamiliar. Ava, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Ava. I play Junko, the ranger, but previously Shadow Rogue, and I'm an ASMR, and I am getting ready for Korea very early. Look at my new passport thing. It's so cute. It's actually lavender, but it kind of looks gray on the camera, so that's what I have to share today.
Hi, I'm Myth. I play Medora, the human, was bard, was warlock, now sorcerer. And I have this that I can show, which is actually a present for Ashley to go round a tankard.
and it's adorable.
I
Hi.
love it.
Speaking of Ashlow, that's me. I played Ithri, who used to be a wild magic barbarian and is now just some dude. I guess he fights a bit and tanks a bit and stuff. I don't have much of interest. I've got this cool mug which says "Coffee is not my cup of tea."
I love it. I
That's
love
good.
it.
Too bright.
It's perfect.
It's brilliant. Q, that way.
Hi, I'm Q. I play Ashley, who plays Cora. She's a monk, ASMR. I just got these cute pins in. I don't know if I showed them. They're jellyfish.
That is
It
good.
won't focus, but you know. Whatever.
Oh, I love it.
It's your favorite.
Wait, what's the link tree?
Links.
Links.
It's plural.
There
Got
you
it.
go. There's links in chat.
Okay. Is that
I'm gonna go buy one right now. Thanks.
Yeah, that's it.
we're
That's
still
all you're
missing
getting today.
Myth?
I've been.
You did?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I
yeah.
missed that. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I missed it. I thought you didn't normally go second.
I can go again and say something completely
No,
different.
no, it's
to
okay.
confuse
It's okay.
everyone.
You're really
so,
pulling a me this time, aren't you?
I guess I'm Askell Archer. I'm the GM. I did not debuff the Shadow Rogue. I did not debuff the Wild Magic Barbarian. I want everyone to know that they chose their new roles. I had some crazy shit ready for Wild. Okay, anyway, before we go on to talk about chat and all that you guys can do, we got a new player today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
hi, I'm Jessica Blaze. I'm new here. I play Kyrak, who you'll probably find out more about soon. And I wasn't told there was going to be a show and tell, so I've just grabbed the first thing, which is a little squishy Henry Hoover. So
No.
enjoy that.
We're never told.
No,
Can you
Yeah, you
say
guys are
the?
never
fine,
told.
right.
Can you
We
say the
follow
name
Ava.
again?
It's Henry. It's Henry Hoover.
No, not that. Your name.
Oh, my name.
Iraq?
Yeah.
Kyrak.
So a lot of.
Right in the back of the throat.
Got it.
Like a
Yeah.
CH almost.
Got it.
We're
Sorry to everyone
butchering
who
this.
came in here for ASMR.
Well, I mean, there is a lot of ASMR in this party. Thank you. Chat, you can also be involved in today's game. You can do so by using your gold pieces, channel points, to purchase hero points for our intrepid Valkyrie, which they can use to re-roll undesirable d20s or just stay alive when they really shouldn't. You could also buy some villain points, which I can use the same way, but for my NPCs.
But you don't want to do that because we have established on Friday that if you do that, you're a stinky poo poo head.
No, I very much am okay with that.
A
and
stinky
Yeah.
doo doo
I
head.
very much
I
do
feel
want
like-
to do that.
I feel
I
like
do
that's
do
now
like
an-
to do that.
That's
I'd very much like to
goals.
not arrive and just die.
Well, it's from all that sand boating.
Good luck.
Before any before we go any further, let's run the intro.
Hang on,
Quick,
you haven't
get me
told
outta
me
here.
what music I'm listening to.
Oh no, the music from you
Oh,
mean the
no.
music that's
Chaos.
by Michael Gelfi Studios and Tabletop RPG?
Yeah, that one. Okay, I'll run the
No,
intro.
Tabletop Adventure.
No,
I
it was
fucked it
Tabletop.
up.
No, well, what is the
Is it?
actual?
I don't know. It's on the.
I'm pretty
overlay.
sure you got it
I always
right.
get it wrong. Did I? I can look it up.
There it
again.
is.
We
I
are
found
going to
it.
sit here, young man, until you get this correct.
Okay,
Okay.
Everyone's allowed to
while,
stream until this is right.
I'm
While Askell's
sorry.
thinking, how are we on hero points? Because if someone could add me one on the overlay, I'm actually on 3.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
And I
can't
think
find it.
Jessica
Ooh.
Blaze and Ashley should both have 1.
I got it right. It was Tabletop RPG music. Quick,
Yeah.
get me out of here.
Okay, bye.
Wait,
But
what?
you're good.
We're back.
What?
My butt is
We're
held.
back.
What?
Oh, good.
We are
Get your
back.
butt!
Okay. If I could just recap, you guys were on the way to Vigor Mount. You were trying to lay low, having recently evaded the forces of the God Emperor Archael. I'm gonna have to start making that title get grander every time I say it. Unfortunately, high in the mountain pass, you found yourselves rained out a little bit, and you had to seek shelter in a cave from a torrential storm. The bad news is the cave was occupied by a troll, or as you came to understand, a family of 10 trolls.
They didn't put a sock in the entrance, so how are
They
we
did
supposed to know
not hang
that?
a sock on the entrance. That's why they're trolls. They're just rude. But you were able to escape by way of a series of magical cubes and a letter from one Aman al-Rakib, who seemed to be looking for heroes. He was making reference about the evil one coming back or something. Didn't really matter because you needed an out, and it was an out. You all teleported, appearing very, very suddenly in the office of an aged wizard. Unfortunately, you appeared more or less right on top of him, one after another, making a tremendous crash as you, him, his desk, and one of his assistants all were knocked to the ground. And where we pick up was with this very same wizard saying to you, I'm not stalling while I look for it, my, welcome to Bralizar, my heroes. So nice of you to drop in.
Ow.
Hey,
If you could just perhaps untangle
Someone's foot
yourselves.
is in my
Ow.
butt.
Is
Ow.
that
sorry,
mine?
sorry.
I think mine's in my
Sorry.
butt. How does that work?
Yes. Oh, nope, not there.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, let me just get my footing.
Didn't mean to grab that.
That's all
Is
right.
this where
That's
we
all right.
were meant
Happens
to
all
land?
the time. All the time.
Does?
Okay, that's weird.
Well, yes. Ribbits, are you? Yes. Good.
Where did you
Everybody-
say we were?
Well, Bralizar, my new heroes.
Right.
One in Bralizar.
Oh, we're
That's
umbrellas.
where we're
City on the edge of desolation.
Whoa, that doesn't.
That sounds cheerful.
Was that what was? Did the letter say desolation?
Oh, so you are the heroes. Good. You've received my letter. Good. Wonderful. Kyrak, please join us in my study. Kyrak, are you in?
Coming in. How we doing?
You come in to see, you heard a distinctive crash, which is not necessarily unusual in the home of Aman al-Raqib. What is unusual is the sight of his office, a complete wreck. His librarian assistant, Ribbit, is currently brushing off bits of quill and ink debris. You can see 4 unfamiliar faces all sort of crammed into this fairly small private study. As for the rest of you, what you see is... Go ahead, Blaze.
You see a yellow-skinned Iruxi, or lizard folk to some people. Nice red fins with little white tips on the end. Quite scholarly looking. He's wearing a nice robe, a bit held up about himself. Knows that he's not necessarily better than people, but certainly not worse than others either.
Very good, very good. They've arrived. My good friend Byrne has come through. Behold our heroes. The ones prophesied.
We
Not
intercepted that letter. Byrne didn't actually give it to us. Does that
Oh,
matter?
but of course he did. That's why you're here. And I'm so glad that you are. Ribbit, take down their names. Of course, their names. If you'd kindly provide your names, I can write them down in the book. Right here.
A book with names.
Takes out a book and just sort of slides it open.
How many names have you already written down?
None! Well, not yet. It's more of a formality for Kyrak here, who's the very first of our heroes. You'll get to know each other. After all, I will be housing all of you as promised. Food, of course.
Okay, I'm Ithri, but I'm also confused.
Nice to meet you, confused.
No.
Which would you
Ithri
prefer
is
I write
name,
down
confused is status.
or shall I put Ithri?
Ithri is the name, confused is the state of being.
I'll mark that as something of a condition, then. You don't have to... okay, whatever. It's fine. And you can see he's already gone ahead and has written Ithri. Hyphen confused.
You don't feel any different, E3? There's no... I'm just checking they're not writing down any sort of, There's no contract in this book, right?
Oh, of course not. This isn't a contract. This is for the tale of heroes. So that all may remember what you've done for the world in recovering the sphere of power. Exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, actually.
Sure.
I do look forward to the world remembering E3 Confused and the 3 Mysteries.
You could call me Cora.
Cora. Very well. And should I include that you are confused as well, or are you more of a educated sort?
I think I'm more excited.
I'm just going to put Cora.
Okay.
I'm Junko.
Junko, yes, very good. Keep take all of this down, Ribbit, and you know Kyrak, of course. Yes,
Queen of
I did take the liberty of
Saragarda.
adding Kyrak. And you, Lady Fair.
Just skipped over that.
Not Lady Fair, Lady Medora. And make sure you get Junko's title down as well.
Title. Oh, you were serious. Of course. Oh, fellow nobility. How wonderful. I will just put
No,
Her Definite Royal Majesty. Will that do?
Oh, can you add, and no one is looking for her?
Of course I can.
Okay.
Is there an abbreviation for that? Oh, don't be so salty.
And
We're
Not
welcoming.
AWOL.
ILF.
Naywolf.
H.
No. There's all the introductions. You, of course, must have known that I am, and he does like the most elegant, flourishing bow. The tips of like his mustache almost touching the floor. Aman al-Rakib, wizard extraordinaire.
Oh, is that a custom? Hang on. And A3 does like an
It
approximation.
is much easier for you to let the tips of your facial hair hit the floor.
Apart from the beard, because that's
Oh,
in a river
yes.
somewhere.
Cora will do the
Oh
same.
no, I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh well, okay.
She's just very flexible, so I can do it, no problem.
I am honored, my friends. So honored. Very honored that you are all here. How much has Byrne informed you of the prophecy? And
So, nothing. Like I said, we encountered whoever you sent with the letter. I hope
yes.
Were
Well,
they close?
They weren't
Very
family,
good.
were they?
Why don't we discuss all of this over some dinner?
Do you have tea?
I have a pot of beans.
Something cold?
Is that tea?
We've coffee. The freshest.
I would like to leave now.
Well, of course, I'm sure you're eager to get on the way into the desert, but,
Oh wait, desert? We're in Jeddah?
Oh, right. You might be a little discombobulated. Yes, we are in southern West Jeddah, in the trade city of Bralizar.
Could you point to that on a map?
It's in the middle. Somewhere.
And he will take out a map, very much like the one on screen right now, and right about here he will point. Though on his map, this entire area north of that little mountain is just like scribbled over, and you can see that it's been labeled with a skull and crossbones, Desolation.
Guys, we overshot Vigormount by a lot.
Yeah.
Vigormount? Oh, you're Southerners! I have had opportunity to visit Vigormount once or twice in my years. Lovely city, lovely people. I must know more about all of you over dinner. Let me prepare the beans. Actually, Ribbit, go get the beans. Forgive me, your scholarliness, but I'm a bookkeeper. Well, yes, but the serving staff are out at the moment. Oh, won't you just? I'll do it myself. No worries. Ribbit, see that they have whatever they need. Kyrak, why don't you get to know them? Know your soon-to-be compatriots. I'll get everything ready for you. And he's going to rush out the room before you can.
To be rude, but are you a lizard? A dragon?
I'm an Uruxi. There's more lizard in me than dragon. I think I've got dragon in me from like my great pod bearer somewhere along those lines, but it's mostly lizard. I have to say it's a pleasure to meet a lot of you. Junko, was it? And
Yes.
Medora and Cora and Ifri of Confused State. I haven't wandered much out of these parts. I don't know where this place Confused is from, but I wish to venture there one day. It sounds lovely.
It's not.
I'm
Okay.
focus.
Is it not lovely? It's okay. Like I come from a very downtrodden place myself. Sometimes it's nothing to be ashamed of.
It's more of a state of mind than an actual place.
I would
Community. I like that.
I would like to focus in on how Kyrak blinks. Is it like a human or is it to the side?
Side blinkers, I believe.
Side blinky.
You just see Junko going like this to your eye.
Like I'm not going to start side blinking.
I've always
Like-
thought too.
No, I'm just gonna wait for it. Like
The like Velociraptor eyes are a little off-putting when you're not used to that.
I
I
don't recall meeting one of your kind. This is really cool.
You'll find a few of us around these parts. Well, you would have found a few of us around these parts. I've seen some myself, but none of my own kin. More other Uruxi from other tribes, other areas. I don't really question it. You see a lizard person when you're a lizard person, you go, "Oh, it's a lizard person. How are you doing? Nice to meet you."
Yeah. In Saragar, there's
They're not really known for their diversity.
no.
No.
You
I
follow
stood
the
out
God
in
King,
Saragar.
or you kind of perish.
I don't like the sound of this God King person. I'd like to meet him one day, though. He sounds like
No, you don't. Don't do it. Don't. No, it's
pleasant
okay.
over a tea or coffee or something strong, perhaps.
They say never meet your heroes.
Never meet your dad, right?
I would like to say, as much as it's nice to meet you all, and it's good to have other people joining us on this. The door is there. I recommend you use that next time. I don't know how you got in there. The window's not even open.
There was runes, and then
Magic.
we fell.
Okay, I gotta be honest. We read a scroll to escape some trolls, and it just teleported us in here. So
could you read it next time to be on that side of the door?
No.
It's just a manners thing.
I think
it's nothing personal.
I think it was keyed right here. I think that was the problem.
In fairness to these plebeians, it was somewhat Amon's mistake this time. He was sending out untested magic without really any preparations. It was ill-advised, at the least.
Also sent it out with a messenger that wasn't...
Alive?
Well, they were presumably alive at the start.
I told him he should have sent the dragon, or just me.
Like a fully fledged
Is that a nickname?
dragon?
Something like that. It is something of a bit of a mess, really. Not the most controllable of, and you can see that like Ribbit is kind of blustering a little bit. Yes. Anyways,
you are not lizard folk or dragon.
Can you
what
post a
gave it
photo
away,
of him again?
young miss? Was it perhaps the absence of any reptilian features whatsoever, or maybe it was my distinct humanoid personage? Or was it
I'm
just a
gonna
lucky
poke
guess?
the blue. I'm gonna poke the blue. Is this rune magic?
Okay, personal space is evidently not one of your fortes.
We're in the room very small. We don't
Neither
have
is
personal
knocking,
space.
apparently.
These are my nanites.
What is a nanite?
Manite?
Nanites
Nanite?
with an N.
Nan.
As
Oh,
in
like
Nino.
grandmother.
North. Norse? Nesting. Not to be touched. Pick your favorite. Nanites. They are tiny, microscopic beings, artificially created by those who came far before and given some semblance of task, which they fulfill. And in this case, that would be maintaining my biological functions, providing some light, great insight into all of the sciences, and as it turns out, ability to summon specific entities like the dragon.
Interesting. So, can we get tea now? Medora,
I'm
are you
afraid
okay?
you will not find much in the way of tea here.
I have my own. It's fine.
I would recommend, though, taking Amon up upon his offer of coffee. The coffee in this region, let alone Bralizar, is remarkably well made.
I would rather die.
I don't think I've ever had coffee.
I'll try it.
Yes, I imagine
Is it
not.
hot
It is.
or cold?
It is served hot.
Oh.
It is
I mean, I'll
a
still
bitter stimulant. You'll find it sharpens the senses, and if you're lucky, as you are, you may find that it includes some measure of flavor.
Sure.
Okay.
But what are we doing
Just out
here?
this door over here?
Well, hang but
To
what
go-
are we...
Where are we
okay,
going?
let's go.
Like as you say, gesture to that and start to go for the door, like you find, and it's more of like an archway with like a silk cloth covering it.
Let me just open
You
the
find
door.
just on the other side of the cloth is a towering 8'4" humanoid with. Actually, I think I've got an image I can give you of this fine fellow
Ooh.
who is just kind of standing on the other side of it. Not super creepy, but a little unsettling in that, like, this 8'3", 450-pound man was completely, you were unaware of him. And his arms are just folded over his chest. You kind of right into like his sternum in the door.
And then I'll pull another my dad. Hey.
He just looks at you sadly.
I'll pull
Don't mind Fuigam. He's not a speaker, but he is part of the help. He's our guardian in this household.
Oh, you do a good job.
Do you spot?
Fuigam, is Master Mon ready, or are we to continue entertaining the guests? His answer is just a stare. Well, I guess he's not ready yet. A few more minutes of socialization, I'm afraid, and then we can move forward to the...
Oh, are you afraid of socialization?
Medora,
Yeah.
you good?
Karak, you're supposed to be joining us on this quest journey thing to find what the other thing. Have you done anything like this before?
I think that's a strong question, personally, but yeah, I would no. This is rather new to me. I'm sure it is rather new to seeing you.
And to just ask something, what is it that you do?
I am a knowledgeable person. I am here under the divine light of our great Lord Stella, and I'm here to help. I'm a learned person. I'm a scholar by trade.
Like a guide?
Can I do a
More of a
religion
guide. I
check?
understand. I saw a few of your concerned faces over the name Desolation. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I've only died out there maybe 3 or 4 times. It's not as bad as it sounds.
That sounds pretty.
Are you like a cat?
It was my own fault. I didn't bring enough water. It's hot out there. It's a desert.
And you've
Are
come
you
back.
a cat? Are
Am I?
lizards like cats? Do you get more than one life?
Ribbit is chuckling, trying not to be rude, but you can see he's just laughing at you.
You don't have to chuckle.
You don't have to try to not be rude.
I'll be acting more as a guide, I'd imagine, to the lot of you. You seem more battle wary than I am, especially this one over here, the Ifri from Confused.
Hello.
He looks like the kind of person I'd like in a fight to mostly stand behind.
Oh, he could.
I mean, I wouldn't stand too close behind.
Yeah,
Occasionally he ends up naked.
Can you just give us like a quick second? I'm gonna like pull everybody else over here. Okay, guys, look. I know we were trying to go to Vigormount, but like, if we do this, that works as good as any. We're kind of like in hiding, so no way they're gonna come all the way over here, right? We're in the desert, so
It's not their territory.
yeah,
so-
right. So they probably won't send anybody over here. So let's just help them cure the desolation or whatever, and
Okay.
yeah, we can do it, right?
Yeah.
It sounds fun. I've never been here.
I don't think hot is fun. This outfit is not built for hot.
I'm used to it
mean-
hot, more humid than dry, but it's very dry here.
It's
I'm very thirsty.
Certainly
but-
not where we said we were going. Wait,
Right.
who Lord Stella, what?
I made a check on that, by the way.
I missed that.
A religion check, I rolled it.
Okay.
I did see dice without question marks.
You are familiar with the goddess Stella. She is the goddess of the moon, a benevolent goddess.
Stella's the benevolent goddess of the moon.
I believe she's also related to like navigation and travel
and
and
navigation,
the tides.
travel, and tides. She's pretty cool.
But there's
But
no tides
also-
here.
Tights.
She is known
There's
as
tides
one of
somewhere.
the original deities who was worshipped for her power over dreams.
Oh,
Oh,
she has
they,
power over dreams too.
uh,
I'm like
yeah,
whispering this while looking at it.
they like her in Corvania.
Oh, we should probably stop huddling now, right? Okay. Break.
As you break, you can see actually Fligar moves aside and Aman al-Rakib returns in the archway. Well, I think I've got everything all ready if you'd care to join me in the dining room.
For coffee.
Okay.
Lead
I've
the way.
coffee, beans, some of that lovely little dip that they make here. Forgive me, I'm somewhat new to the region of Jeddah myself.
Wait, you're not
but-
from here?
No, of course not. No, I was born and bred in Carinia.
Wait,
Carinia.
what? Where's that?
Can I do a check
south
on?
of here. You guys would be familiar with Carinia.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got it's right there. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did a check on it last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were.
Oh, yeah.
You talked about kind of heading in that direction if you were going to leave Korth.
Yeah. Okay,
What
well,
brought
we'll
you out here?
What was it?
What brought you out here?
Research upon Martek. He really was the greatest wizard of an age, and he's the source of my thesis. And naturally, eventually, I gravitated out this way so I could see things a little more in person. Did I find some things? The prophecy and all, but that's why you're here. We can talk more of that over some food and some coffee.
And
Come.
Rivet?
Ribbit fold.
Like a frog.
Ribbit?
Yes, I suppose like the frog.
Okay.
Very
Okay,
good,
his name is
yes.
Ribbit now.
Is that for?
Where did you come from?
Never mind. Don't want to be rude.
I'm from a small hamlet near the Barrier Peaks.
Where the
North of
Huh.
here.
Interesting.
Sure.
He doesn't
just
really
gonna
offer
walk.
much more.
I'm just gonna go towards food.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Beans and
I-
coffee.
Actually, Ribbit isn't gonna follow you. He's gonna
I'm okay with
kind of
that.
go back to cleaning up, putting books back on the shelf. You guys follow Aman. Fuigarm kind of moves to the side and silently lumbers along, very much like a bodyguard, keeping all of you in his sights. You're taken to a fairly, I don't want to say humble, but average dining room. It's not like a hall or anything. It's a dining room. The table is a little cramped for all of you, plus Aman, but it works. It's like family at a holiday meal. So you might have to watch your elbows a little bit, but otherwise it's fine. While Fuigarm kind of moves, puts his back to a wall, arms folded over chest, and just watches while Aman sits at the head of the table.
Are you not hungry?
He looks at you. There's a tiny single shake of the head.
Okay.
Fuigarm is my bodyguard, my manservant who's accompanied me since I was a young man. Bright lad, but unfortunately, show them. Fuigarm opens his mouth and you can see there's no tongue.
Ah, no wonder it's so hard for you to talk.
Very, very gifted combatant, though. He's saved my life many times.
Good job.
So, obviously, Kyrek, you know the details, but the rest of you probably have questions, I'm sure.
So, yeah, your messengers died. We found this thing in a cave. We used the runes to escape some trolls. We have no idea what's going on or why we're here.
That's very good of you to join all the same on such a noble and dangerous quest.
Yes.
Very, very generous of you. Very benevolent. Good.
We haven't agreed yet.
Oh, but I'm sure the details. Your names are, after all, already down, but I suppose I won't force you, but if you are of any moral character whatsoever, I'm sure you will engage in this. This, the greatest quest of our age. Maybe one of the most important undertakings in the history of Jeddah.
Well, we
Hey,
kind of already
Elvendaric.
did that in Saragarda, but I mean, we could
Well,
probably
I'm sure
do it
that's-
here too.
Yes, of course. This is an undertaking to recover the sphere of power left behind by Martek. a relic of great prophecy.
Another
That-
relic.
It will be the savior of everything.
Can I check it hasn't got a second name that's the Orb of Death?
Of course not!
Okay.
Orb of Death! No, it was left by Martek himself. Martek.
I don't know who that is. Wait,
Right.
I'm gonna make a check.
Yeah, can we make checks?
This would be Arcana or Society. It is Recall Knowledge, so it would be blind.
Who the fuck is Martek?
I'd just like at this point to point out I've already dug into the coffee.
Okay. And it's, if you've ever had Turkish coffee, that's literally what it is, just under a different name.
Dangerous stuff.
Dangerous stuff. There is cream available if you wish to add.
I deny the cream.
Cora, you think you might have read something about this Martek. He's like a 1,000 years past wizard prophet who like fought demons or something like that.
Oh, okay.
He's an old wizard hero. One of the first archwizards, they say.
Dang.
Junko, you've never heard of him.
How bad did I roll?
Mind your own business.
I have a plus 11.
Put it this
so
way,
it's like-
that you've not heard of him, rather than, yeah, you've heard of that guy. He was like a vacuum salesperson, means at least it wasn't a critical fail.
Be thankful for that.
Yeah.
So,
Could you? So, how did this thing like get lost?
well, it wasn't so much lost as it was entombed. See, the great wizard Martek did his battle with the Dark One, and then foretold a prophecy that one day the Dark One would return, and a group of chosen anointed heroes would
Wait.
collect his 5-star gems to open up his tomb and reclaim the sphere of power, which would overthrow the Dark One in his return.
Who's the
This-
Dark One?
The Dark One.
This sounds
That
a
is
lot
so
like
vague. That could be anybody.
Calitharius.
sounds
Also,
a lot like Zugmoy.
getting gems onto an orb to fight
Is
a
it-
god. Does anyone
Is-
else
No,
getting
not a god per se. Nothing so crass.
A demon
demigod,
king?
Demon, whatever.
The Demon Queen? How about we spice it up a little bit? Is it a
We
Demon
just
Queen?
got
a
gonna be
spore
mushrooms.
fiend?
I see you are already familiar with this sort of work. Excellent.
Wait,
Indeed,
is it a
you
demon
are
king?
the chosen ones of prophecy.
Is it another demon?
Well, some would say so.
Oh, god damn it.
Can I do a check on that name?
Yeah. This would. Oh boy, this would probably fuck.
This
This
would
would
probably fuck.
I don't have
Got
that
it.
knowledge.
I no longer wish to fight this demon.
How does
Occultism?
one
do-
roll, how does one roll for fuck?
A cult.
Can I do an
Occultism.
occult check to see whether
do I
I've
need-
heard of the cult?
Well, it's
supporters?
not a cult, but it is occult for sure. Go ahead. Yeah, you can do occult.
Do I need to be trained in it?
No.
Okay.
Gonna say, can I roll for this as well?
Yeah. Huh.
Still, he's
Cora,
amused. Yes.
you do know the name,
Oh shit.
as does Kyrak. Both of you know about the same amount. You know that the legendary Martek was legendary because the evil that he faced in his age was this elemental tyrant called
Elemental?
Calitharius. He was an evil genie, in Efreet specifically, who was of royal lineage from the elemental plane of fire and came here to conquer the world. And Martek fought him to a stalemate. It's said that Martek overthrew him. Some legends say that they overthrew each other. There's a lot of different tales, but since the world is not engulfed in flames, obviously Martek won.
Sealed him for now or something?
Something. That's one possibility. Maybe he killed him. Maybe he trapped him.
Okay. So this is very similar to the Demon Queen. He got
check.
sealed by Martek, and he's a fiery, evil Ifrit in the fire plane.
Does Martek have any other names?
I've always known him as Martek.
There's no aliases or...
Different regions might have different names for him, but I've
don't
always... I don't know of them, no.
To clarify, I'd never heard of them.
That is surprisingly correct.
So they fought in this great battle, and you're assuming that Martek was slain, but also was able to seal the Dark One.
Well, he must have survived at least a little bit after that, because he did leave the prophecy. That one day, when the Dark One returns, a group of heroes from outsiders, in some translations, would come to the Desert of Elemen, recover the star gems of Martek, little relics that he left hidden around the desert, and use them to enter his tomb, recover his sphere of power, and cast the Dark One away forever.
Okay, why is he called the Dark One? Isn't he a fiery Ifriti?
Some say.
So he's not dark at all.
Well,
Very bright.
the darkness is within. He is a force of darkness that would engulf the entire world in death.
Have you seen signs that he's coming back?
Oh yes,
Like-
all of the omens have been seen.
What are the omens?
It gets a little bit technical, but such things as spontaneous flames in the element, the appearance of a sacred mark at the White Palm Oasis, and such things as wandering spirits. They say Pazar is beginning to return to the surface. In fact, Kyrak bore news of one of the omens of the coming of flames, and one wreathed in red scales. All omens hinted at in Martek's prophecy, indicating the return of the Dark One. The time is now. Many scholars agree.
Kind of looks
And that
at
is what
everybody
makes it
else.
so important that you, the group of prophesied outsiders, would turn up now of all times, just when you are called for.
Can we see this prophecy?
No.
Do you have like a
it's not
copy
really
from a
something that can be
Xerox or
seen.
something that we could see?
Or
No,
does
I'm
it
afraid.
rhyme? Is there a poem?
Well, in its native tongue, it rhymes. Certainly, in the common tongue, it's much less elegant.
Do you have a copy?
I do not, I'm afraid. There is no true, complete copy. It's just little bits and pieces here and there.
Oh.
The
So-
place is set, but no man knows the time.
We're going
The
on
time
a
would be
quest
really good to know.
with no instructions.
Honestly,
I love it. Let's go.
Honestly,
Well,
with
there's
what's
some
happened
instructions.
over the last 3 months or year, depending on how you look at it, this doesn't surprise me.
Well, they do say that you can find great treasures in the desert. It stands to reason that
Bless you.
these star gems are among those treasures. They
Right, but
were they were the gifts of the pharaohs of old. The pharaohs of Turbakar, Pazar. I imagine there's probably one in White Palm. If you could speak with the sheik.
I mean, I am really excited to travel and see all these things, but I know desert travel is really dangerous. And he
Well,
just
of
said he
course,
died
I would,
like
I
3
would-
times going out there, so I'm just a little worried about it.
Provide you some resources, some horses or camels, some more desert appropriate gear, and forgive me, but clothing. And of
What's wrong
course,
with my clothes?
you would need to,
I need
as
a
I
crossbow.
informed Kyrak when he first showed up, you would want to cover any holy symbols that are not dedicated to Anu.
Not
Anu.
not again.
I'm gonna check on Anu.
Same.
That's
What?
religion, of course.
Why can't we show our stuff? And are you funding all this?
The Jedians are a little touchy about that subject. It's better not to aggravate them. This is their land. Well,
So it's like
some would say
Saragata,
it's the
but
Elemen's
worse.
land, but even the Elemen keep their gods more or less undercover.
Is he wearing a holy symbol?
So Kyrak, you're from the region, you're familiar with Anu, the one god, the mono god, basically.
Not my god.
Not yours, but
We found
didn't vote for
another,
him.
the one god.
a
apparently.
monotheistic religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cora, you've heard about Anu when you were, learning your different deities. You learned that Anu is the one god of pretty much everything. And worshippers of Anu began as a cult, but it took root in Jedaria and West Jeddah, and it spread like wildfire, largely because they took it upon themselves as a sacred duty to ravage any other holy place to make sure that it's the only religion. And,
So he's
it's not an
definitely,
evil deity. It's effectively it's lawful neutral. It's very much orderly. Do as I say. Don't worship anybody else. Tell the truth, but it's like if
You mean tell my truth?
if you took Christianity and capitalism and merged them into a single religion, you'd have Anu.
No comment.
So
Mm-hmm.
I guess we should, do what he said.
You know this, Ani?
Yeah.
Know of this,
It's
Ani?
kind of like Saragarda, but worse.
It's really not that big of a deal. Just don't announce that you don't worship Anu, and you'll be fine.
I'm
Most
gonna lean
of
over
these
to
folks have never known anything else anyway. They don't mean any ill intent. It's just a little troubling. Keep it behind closed doors, and they'll never ask any questions.
My holy symbol, by the way, of Ravenkind is tucked in.
Maybe
Same.
keep that there. That would be wise.
I'm gonna lean over to Cora and be like, "Do you think he's like a god king too?"
No. I think he's an actual god.
Oh, okay.
Sick bird, bro!
So you skipped over the question about who's funding this.
Oh, but of course I will. I will provide some. It comes from the Hetman, of course. I've got a grant.
The what who?
The Hetman of Bralizar.
The what who of where?
Something of a like a sheik. What do they have in Saragarda? Like a
Priest?
Leader?
priest
The
rule?
Hat.
Goodness.
Like a god
Come a long
king?
way. Yes, but more local. Like a governor. Do they have governors?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
like a governor.
Hatman.
Hetman. With an
Hotman.
E.
Hotman.
I think it's actually etymologically a mutation of the word headman, but over generations it's become hetman.
Yeah.
We don't have to
Interesting.
meet. Do we have to meet them and?
No.
Okay.
No. This is a private enterprise. Do try to get along with the Sand Voyagers Guild, of course. Don't ruffle any feathers. Oh boy! I should probably tell you, if you're going into the Element Desert, definitely don't anger the element.
This is a lot of.
What the-
Basically, don't anger anyone. Great, cool.
Well,
What?
it's-
Things we're good at.
What
for
angers
outsiders,
them?
it can be easy. So there's really two major people you should be aware of: the Element and the Jedians. The Jedians, like myself, are more or less we're amicable folk, though unlike myself, most of them, as I said, will be very harsh if they find that you do not worship Anu. If you're polite and honest, you'll have no problem with the Jedians. The Element are the desert folk. Well, like Kyrak here, though most Element tend to be far less receptive to other ideas. The Element venerate all gods, and all holy places are as the same to them. That is to say, one's holy ground is everyone's holy ground, so they don't take desecration very well.
Right.
And what one considers desecration, they believe all consider
Ooh.
desecration. So, for example, if you need to piss in a ruin, don't piss on the ruin, so to speak.
Understood.
Okay.
They
Have manners.
might not be as understanding as Kyrak here of you claiming the
Well-
star gems or the sphere of power. So it might not do to mention if that's
Wait,
what you're doing.
we're not stealing.
Well, no, you're not stealing, since the original owner intended for them to be found. But
But who has them now? Somebody has
we
them
don't,
now.
We don't always know where they're
They
at.
could have them
they
now,
could
and
be
they're
any-
gonna
it's
get mad if
it
we
is
take them from
certainly
them.
possible, and you may have to. But you must understand, even the element will be burned to cinders if the Dark One were to return. It is a
You
necessary.
expect
deed.
us to explain that to them?
Well, no, I would probably keep it secret, to be honest.
Cora.
What?
Cora.
What?
Is this going to be hard for you if we ask you maybe not to mention what we're doing? Because I don't want to ask you to lie. But if we are better off not telling them what we're after or what we're doing.
I don't think we should steal from them.
What if it's not stealing? It's the same as with
Recovering,
Zugmoy.
restoring.
Hang on.
You
If you say the wrong word, you are not going to help here.
Triggered!
How about we look into it with the same attitude of the orb and the stones, like the temple?
Okay.
Because we took everything from people that were going to use it for ill, and if you can save people, maybe not lying to them, but abstaining from the truth.
Right, but stealing is a form of... I mean,
But-
that could be seen as desecration, and they might try to kill us.
Oh, for certain, you will have to desecrate some holy places to recover some of these.
Okay,
funds.
like
You've
I
just
said,
told us not
things
to.
that you're going to say not to
Aman,
help.
don't. There's wording that you have to do that is
I mean,
required for Cora to cooperate, okay?
If you
It's-
require an extra little push, I can provide that.
It's not that they're you can't be stealing them. They're not something that can be owned by someone. It's merely that there are people guarding them.
And you may have to use them.
use them?
If you like, once the sphere of power is utilized and the Dark One is driven away forever, you can return them wherever you took them from.
So maybe they'll let us borrow them.
You think about it like that, and how about we pinky promise that I won't ask you to explain the situation if you promise not to outright tell everyone immediately exactly what we're doing. I won't make you lie, and I won't ask you to steal if you are totally against it. However, can I get a pinky promise that you won't tell them immediately before we know it's also not going to get us killed?
Okay.
For goodness, I
Also-
didn't expect such moral compunctions about that. Wait until you find out about the slavers.
What?
There you go.
There's slaves
Aye.
in
Slavery
Cora.
here?
Think
Oh,
that's a lot
yes.
of information.
You'll get to know everything as you go. From my understanding of your country, this is a very different place.
Yes. What was this called? Coffee?
Yes. It's extreme. Am I right in assuming Cora would not have known to add cream?
No.
Oh no. So Cora just tried to chug Turkish coffee. It is so bitter and acidic that it very well may be like burning your tongue.
She kept it down. She's had a lot of practice.
It's
Eating her veggies that she doesn't like. Okay, I'm done with this now.
I'll finish it.
Cora, are you
Yeah.
okay?
She's like,
oh yeah, there's probably like tears a little bit.
like shaking.
Has anyone in this group drank Turkish coffee without cream?
Yo.
I've never drunk it
Oh, you know,
with or without.
that's-
Oh, I know.
That is a terrible mistake.
I managed to stay
I
in a
haven't.
pavement with that.
I've never drunk
I
coffee.
have not.
Don't. Well, drink Turkish coffee. Drink Turkish coffee with cream and maybe some sugar.
Junko,
Do not drink that black.
can I have some of your tea?
Yes, do you have hot water?
Well, yes. Provide your cup. I'll provide it for you immediately. I am, rolling up his sleeves, a wizard, after all.
I am going to pull out one of my teacups, and I'm going to pull out 2 of them, and then I'm going to provide him 2 cups.
He, with a flourish, kind of finger into the, and it just comes out of his finger, filling the cup. And you can see there's
Finger
a pleasant
water.
amount of steam coming out. He does it to each, like his hand is a tea kettle. There you are.
Junko, may I also?
One more, please.
I must admit, I've not had good tea since I left Corinia. Exciting.
Tea?
I think he's
Okay.
I
have
will
tea now?
pull out my last cup.
I don't know.
There, that's the spot. Yes. Don't tell Ribbit, though. He's crazy about tea and has resented me for not bringing any with me.
And then I will put my red tea in them and just stir for a bit and then scoop the leaves out, or you can keep them.
Oh, I know how to make a good cup of tea.
Cora drinks very quickly.
So,
In case you didn't know, Ash, I brought out the sweet one.
Oh no, all I taste is coffee. It's with me forever.
you're gonna be you'll be tasting that for a few days, to be honest. That's
So,
Kind of like when a smell burns itself inside your nose, kind of thing.
accurate.
I go
we
for a
got-
second cup.
Have we got somewhere to stay before we set out? You know,
Well,
we
yes,
should be
yes,
well
I-
rested and all.
I fully intend on providing you with lodgings. I've some guest rooms here, provided, of course, by the hetman.
Wait, did you say you're gonna give us camels?
Yes, I've some number of camels, horses, whatever you
I've
prefer.
never met a camel.
And of course, and all of this is dependent on your acquiescence to go out into the element. Yes, I can provide camels, horses, firewood, tents, food, water.
What happens if we say no? Because you said we can say no, but you haven't said what.
Should you say
consequences
no,
are.
I shall allow you to stay the eve here and provide you recommendations, should you need any, and allow you to go on your way. Though I shall, of course, be very disappointed in you.
Can
That's fine.
Ithri wants to? How much does Ithri believe that? Does Ithri think he's
Make a perception check, but this is a blind one.
perception blind?
You detect a certain twinkle in his eye that makes you think he would be up to something, that he's got another card to play if
Yeah, okay.
that event should come about.
Uh-huh.
Something tells me that not Ithri but Ashlow wants to test what Tracy Hickman put into the mix here to
Sort of,
passive
but
aggressively do the thing.
I'm trying to balance some Ashlow and Ithri here, and I'm struggling. What time of day is it? Like I'm discombobulated. We were in a storm, and then we were in the cave, and then we were fighting trolls, and then we were in your office.
So at this point, it's about what's 1800?
6
About
o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Okay. I'm tired. What do you guys? I presume. Do you want to be called Kirak? Or is Key like the first name, or? I don't want to be rude. Can I call you Key?
The full name's Kirak. I'll be honest with you. I've never had a nickname before. I quite like Key.
Key.
Key is quite nice.
Hi.
Mr. Key.
Hi, Key. No. It's a
Just
nickname.
Key.
You
I
don't-
don't.
Is there a point?
Otherwise,
My
it'd be Mr. Rack.
my father was Mr. Key.
Oh, okay.
So I presume that we're going along with this bullshit, are we? Anyone against
I think we
it?
should sleep on it. At least sleep on it.
I think we should.
Okay.
Feel tired.
I
Really?
definitely, sleep was gonna happen.
Well,
I
yes,
presume.
yes, I understand that.
How about-
Perhaps, yes.
If we were to say no, you wouldn't be able to teleport us anywhere else, right?
Well, no.
Right. So we kind of, I think we'd be on our own if we don't do this. That's kind of. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. After all, these resources provided to me by the grants from the Hetman are dedicated to saving the entire known world.
Yeah. So.
If
I
you
guess
require
let's
sleep upon it, then so be
sleep
it.
on it.
Yes, I'm sure by morning, I'm sure something will have come to you. I'm sure you'll have settled on agreement.
Do we have to
Junko
agree?
just took that hint.
What?
Like, I'm sure. I heard it, Askell. I don't remember the exact wording, but I heard it.
Heard what?
You know, I see that coy smile. I know.
And
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Key,
Medora is completely oblivious. Mind is elsewhere.
I presume you're all in on this escapade.
I feel like we wouldn't have a choice.
I mean,
right?
I feel like fate, and I'm gonna stare at Junko to make sure she doesn't say anymore. I feel like fate is pushing us in this direction.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunately. I presume, Key, you are enthusiastic about this?
I have a personal interest. Let's call it that.
More personal
that?
than saving the world from destruction or whatever.
I feel like
Far
saving the
more
world
personal.
saving the world is like the least personal. That's all of everything.
What do you mean? How much more personal can you get? That's where you live.
But it's literally
That's where
everything.
you and everyone you love are.
I mean, I guess.
Was that
but
you know of?
Let's debate this after nap.
Yes, why don't I provide you with a little bit of coin, and you can go out and enjoy the
Done.
gifts of bounty that Pralazar has to offer you.
Are the shops
Take the
open
evening.
late?
Oh, yes.
Where
yes.
where should we go for? Oh, Key, do you know this? You know this area well, right?
I wouldn't say I know Bralazar too well. I know the desert quite well. I know a few places, but I've not been here too much longer than you lot.
Oh, okay. Where can we? I need to get something that I'm not sweating into.
Yes, I would recommend the bazaar.
How
if
bizarre.
you,
How bizarre.
his home is number 3. If you leave my home, take a right onto the main road. It'll be the first major intersection you see. You can't miss it.
Got it.
Let me.
Take a left at the Inn of the Golden Palm.
Got it.
The inn of the Hadua?
A
The
left
Golden
at the
Palm.
Golden Palm.
Yes.
Just before we faux pas, there aren't any like social norms that we're used to that are forbidden.
Well, none that I haven't already mentioned, of course. You know, praise Anu.
Yeah, you did the good stuff. I mean, like, we're not gonna get stabbed for trying to shake someone's hand or
Oh,
taking
no,
a
no,
hat
no.
off.
Nothing,
or-
nothing of the
okay.
sort. They are very enthusiastic traders, however, so be prepared to shell out a little extra coin if it calls for it.
Okay.
Or to haggle.
Oh.
Oh. I've
The good
never
news
haggled
is, if you're
before.
good at it, you should find quite the bargains.
Don't know that I have the energy for haggling.
Don't worry, I got
Perhaps
this.
let someone speak for you. That is a normal practice in these parts.
Okay,
I got this.
cool.
I've never done it. I'm gonna try.
Have fun. You will be provided for.
Okay.
I'm happy to haggle on your behalf if you're confused. I will confess I'm not too great at it. I once decided to buy a bottle of water, knowing full well that I can make some.
It's just Ithri, and you don't need the full title, and I think Cora's excited about trying, so the extra money might be worth it.
Let's give it a try.
Okay, you guys.
Wait, are we coming
Headed
back
out?
here? Are we staying here tonight?
Yes,
or-
yes.
Okay.
I will ensure that Frigam can keep watch for you. When you return, he'll see that you are taken care of.
Hey, Freegum. Do you need anything?
Yeah, you want like
Okay.
a cookie?
No, he
Are
said
there
no.
cookies here?
So,
Oh, okay.
I don't think.
It's
you-
really
no.
off-putting, like how silent he is.
Okay, let's
Okay.
go.
Off you go. Out into the evening of Bralizar. I hope that's good. Yes. Okay. So,
So I
You
actually
find-
have never been to a desert city. Is it still really hot in the night?
oh yeah. Well, yes.
Or is it-
If
Those are
around
one of
this
those
time,
hot
it
to
would
cold?
still be hot.
It would
yes.
be.
Okay.
It's gonna get hella cold, but it hasn't yet. As you leave, you find that Aman al-Raqib's home was a small 2-story house of pale blue stone with a conical gold roof amid flowering gardens. All of the building's windows are oval, as though they're eyes looking out upon the garden. And surrounding the garden is a 14-foot-high wall of open brick tiles, which allows the street beyond to be seen, even as you're walking through. The gateway in the wall is onion-shaped, while the gate itself is formed of ornamental wrought iron. And you can just kind of push that open, or I'm sorry, pull that open, and make your way out onto the street. Are you going to follow his directions, or did you want to go elsewhere?
I will follow his directions.
Okay. Taking a right, you pass a number of these stone buildings. Like they're not bricks. It's like a single smooth sand-colored stone that makes them up. Until you reach a low building of brilliant white, which opens right onto the street. Standing beside and in front of the building are tall palm trees set in large stone tubs. Their branches arch over the door to form a shielded entrance, offering shade from what would normally be the noontime sun. It's apparent from this building's construction that it used to be a temple, though the sign hanging on the pillared front indicates that its function has changed, now depicting a golden palm. And here the road splits. Further on, you can see this is the town's main boulevard. And it is paved with white marble and is about 60 feet wide, bordered by 12-foot wide sidewalks. The roadway center is slightly higher than the edges, and there are 1-foot tall curbs that separate the road from the sidewalks. Does that make sense? So it's like, I think they
Yes.
call that a crown road.
Okay.
Along this boulevard are the estates of various important villagers, if their size is to be any indication. Each is surrounded by a wall of decorative brickwork, just like Aman's, a visual barrier more than a protective one, as they look easy to climb. Behind the walls, you can make out trees and shrubs and hear the tinkle of fountains. Between the estates, here and there, you see narrow alleyways, connecting the boulevard to the less magnificent structures of the city. Chief among these is the road leading, contrary to how the map is oriented, south, which clearly acts as the bazaar. At the eastern end of the boulevard, so that would be the way you just came, the main routes out of Bralizar can be found passing in front of an enormous administrative building. Now you turn on the road leading along the bazaar. And there is an awful lot to see here. The area, it has a collection of small shops flanking a rather wide street clogged with traffic. Do I have the ambient sounds for that? I think I do. Don't wait for me if there's anything in particular you guys wanted to do.
I want to buy some stuff.
So Cora,
Kind of need you for the.
when you're haggling,
Yeah.
what you've got to do is, so they'll be like, it costs this much money, and what you've got to do is be like, well, I'm not paying that much money. Here's what I'll offer you, and then it's sort of like you have to meet in the middle somewhere.
Okay, got it.
So remember, whatever they say the price is higher than what you should be paying.
Like, try doing 10 lower, and then work from there.
I mean, it depends.
10?
If it's like a gold, don't go -9 because that would be weird. But you know, like
You
Yeah,
pay
but-
me, and I'll take this from you.
but yeah, you just like if it's 20, you say 10, or if it's 50, you say 10.
So as you're
Got
passing
it.
by, I can tell you like what the building numbers are, but like the very first one you see is number 8, and it looks like it's a little vendor selling baskets. Next to it is a place selling harnesses. While across the street at 14, you see that they're selling grain. Literally just grain. The bigger one at 10 is selling cloth of every different color and texture imaginable, whereas 11 and 12 are tents and dried meats respectively. On the other side of the street, 16 and 17, you can see rugs and statues, and it just continues onward as you go. I'm not sure how much.
We're looking for clothes to start with.
Probably then number 10, cloth,
think.
is where you want to go.
A3 also wants a crossbow.
You
Noted.
said they're paying though, right?
They gave how much did they give us?
He would have given you a fun money account of probably 50 gold, but in various coinage so that there's silver and copper mixed in, making
Okay, I got it. Okay.
So we have about 10 each, but depending on what you guys need, I'm willing to
Well, the
make
four
sure
of
that we
us.
can do it.
Do you need clothes too, Keith? Desert clothes, or are you good?
Clothes-wise, I'm well equipped for the desert, but I do need to get a few bits. A tent would be quite nice, and I need to have a little look at that fabric stall, see if they've got anything I can
Okay.
insulate with.
Now, just a reminder, he did say he would provide tents, firewood, food and drink, probably basics, and mounts.
I no longer need to visit the tent store.
Got it.
There is one.
A3 is, during this whole time, half an ear on waiting for Cora to haggle, because that's going to be funny, but is trying to make sure that coin purses are kept.
I will march right in there.
That's all A3 is trying to do.
Okay.
Mine is, I'm a little shady people.
So they have all manner of clothes. You did say the cloth place, right?
Yes.
Okay. I actually have a note here. How would you say that?
I don't know.
It's run by
It's all free?
a kind of a rounded man named Adiat Al Hayat, who beams as you enter. And we, this is going to take a lot of time, so I'm kind of summarizing a little bit. He's very complimentary of all of you, noting what wonderful taste you have, and he makes a point of complimenting each of your styles. What is it specifically you're looking to buy here? Because he has clothing and cloth by the
The
yard.
four of us need clothes for the desert that matches each of our styles.
So are you wanting cotton, linen, tearaway?
What's good for the
wool?
desert? You tell me.
Hang on. You tell her, and I look at Key and go, you tell me over here. I just want to make sure that we get the best thing here?
Guess probably like the equivalent of winter clothing.
I mean,
Meanwhile, I'm about to look up what's the best clothes for the desert as I live in a desert.
Yeah,
I
okay.
assume
So it
light.
depends on how extravagant you want to go, but standard, like if you're gonna join up with a Sand Voyagers caravan or something like that, the standard garb, 8 silver for one.
Per outfit?
Mhm.
Okay.
We want the
What's
most
the next?
comfortable garb.
What's the next price point?
Next, going down or going up?
Is that the most expensive?
No, that's the standard.
Okay, what's up then? Yes.
Up would be 2 gold. No, I'm sorry, 4 gold.
Per person?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go with that. I'm
Okay.
not paying you 4 gold per. I'll pay you 2 gold per.
Make a diplomacy check.
I got this.
I look at Key and go, is that going to be the right stuff?
What kind of
That's
check? Sorry.
you would know that the standard would be more than enough. This stuff is like for desert royalty that they're looking at.
I want only the best. Did you say what kind of role?
Diplomacy. Mhm.
Secret or nah?
Nah.
Nah? There you go.
It's bang
23.
on average.
He'll give it to you for 3 gold.
I look at Ithri.
Or wait, Key. Any input on this as our guide?
Is this like comfy? Can we fight in this?
I'm sure it'll be absolutely. If it's good for the royals, it'll definitely be comfy. Whether it's good to survive the desert is a different question. The daytime, maybe. The nighttime, a little bit different.
Key, which
know-
one do we actually want?
Yes.
Can you like can you combine these two like elements from this and put it in this and
Medora's just now rolling eyes, like, you said you're an intelligent guide.
like keep the chain on this one, but do the Cora's like gonna give all kinds of notes. Like do this, do.
Let me make it easy for you. It's harder to take when it gets warm. It's harder to take off more to keep cool. When it gets cold, it's a lot easier to put more stuff on to keep warm.
We've got plenty of warm stuff.
Excellent. Glad to hear it.
Does this stuff like it doesn't look clunky, does it?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Not this stuff then.
Honestly, you probably talking through it, you want the standard stuff that he
Okay.
says is 8 silver.
I'm
With your
not playing 8
diplomacy-
silver. I'm playing 4 silver.
With your diplomacy, you talk him down to, we'll say, 5 silver per outfit.
Nice. Okay.
Which, since there's 5 of you, that would effectively be 2.5 gold.
Yep. Sounds good.
And what color should we
Actually, 4 of you because Key already has it, so actually it would be 2 gold.
Oh, okay. Does the color matter?
Black absorbs heat.
Assume that they're going to be setting you up with, like, they have all sorts of different colors. You don't have to like haggle on that. You guys can get whatever designs you want for your clothing.
I will take what I have and change the color.
If you want colours, it's best to have it as accents, I think, because then big patches will be like, oh,
I think scientifically, in a desert, I don't think it's gonna matter whether you wear dark or not because it's so hot. That's what
Guarantee
Google's. That's what Google's
Mhm.
telling me.
Yeah. Traditional in the desert.
It's the same. So
I'm just saying, I live in a desert, and whenever I wear black, it somehow feels hotter.
In this case, because of the style. But now, mind you, you can see people out there. There's a lot more wearing white or kind like off-white than not, but there are those who are also like wearing full black or gray or dark. The design is more about keeping your sweat in than it is about like at the end of the day, the color is going to make such a minor difference compared to the design and style that they don't seem to care.
That's what
Now-
the science facts say.
Right.
I like how we're all
Good, because
looking it up.
I don't want to change my. I made my colors already. I don't
I'm
want
not
to
looking
change
it
it.
up. I looked it up like a month ago.
Okay, us who didn't know what we were getting ourselves into
okay.
better.
Yes.
Here's my outfit. I put it in our chat.
Cool.
Anyway.
You can
I
Sounds
like
good.
that style and point at someone with black with a bit of red.
feel free to decide on what I'm having. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So yeah, you guys are going to end up with like a lot of heavy clothing. It's billowy, but it covers like as much of your skin as it possibly can. Complete with like there will be scarves that you can wrap around your face if you wish. I don't know the technical terminology, but it's desert garb.
That's okay.
You guys are all provided with desert garb. And refreshingly, there are pre-designed clothes designed for dwarves, as if they are accustomed to dwarven customers or non-human
lovely.
customers.
Lovely.
In Saragarda, anytime you wanted something, they'd have to like custom fit it for you.
Nice. One approves.
Hey, the haggling went good, huh?
I was actually expecting you to do a lot worse. No offense, but
Hi.
because haggling isn't usually very nice, and you are.
Oh, he seemed very nice.
No, I mean like the process of haggling is usually a bit
Oh.
doesn't feel nice. At least when
Should I have
don't
should I
like
have
it.
yelled at him?
No, I just mean inside my head, haggling feels like not cheating people, but not giving them what they deserve sometimes. I don't know.
Should
I
I
don't
go
like
give
it
him this
myself.
money back?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
If it makes you feel any better out of game, you ended up paying 1 silver more per item than they're worth. So
Damn it. 1 silver. Okay. So he's gonna provide everything else. Do we wanna? Oh, crossbow.
I would like a crossbow. Also, I presume that Ithri's armor will be integrated into whatever desert clothing.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
I will
actually, the
need
clothing is
desert.
designed to go over your armor.
Yeah, cool. So,
Or in some cases, if you want to pay more, you can get it to go under the armor.
I'm not wearing armor.
They even have like special super pricey stuff that's been like dipped in oils so that it's good for your skin and will help with chafing under the armor. And
Ooh.
I think Ithri produces enough of his own oils. It's fine.
that's fair.
Ooh. So weapon
As
shop
you
would be
guys-
next. I
As
think.
you guys are shopping here, you'd notice that among the people passing through are white-robed, chainmail-bearing guards riding on black horses with long lances and banners hanging from them that look like that carry themselves like city guards. And they all bear a similar banner of like a stylized lance.
I wave at them.
They just take note of, like they'll nod as they're riding by. They seem very serious. Just across the street from you, you can see that there's like between some of the various stalls is an innocuous little open archway into a building with a small red tile set beside the door, but there's otherwise no sign indicating what building 7 is. While there is an alley immediately to the right of, or I'm sorry, to the left of 12, and from down there you can hear someone calling out, "Nuts and dates! Get your nuts and dates!" From 12, there's a smell of meat and some smoke wafting from there, and you can see that they've got all manner of like dried meats. Across the alley at 18, he's not like calling out to people so much as like on the lookout. He seems like he's targeting specific people, like he'll horse trappings. I have new bridles right here. Come get your new bridle. Or if he sees someone, that's a fine mount you've got. Could be even finer in a set of what do you call that? Barding. Looks like they've got various horse accoutrement. Beside that is a silversmith, and you can see silver knives, silver armor, silver horseshoes, silver necklaces. Get your silver here. We buy, we sell silver. Across at 20. You can see that they have gems of every sort.
Ooh.
Selling gems, buying them. They've got gem rings, gem earrings, gemstone necklaces and bracelets. They have like little baskets just laden with gems.
Medora's gonna head for the gems.
Oh, okay. Just kind of meandering your way over to the gemsmith.
Yeah, just she doesn't pick any up, but she'd like to any that look
Extra shiny.
It is sort of a
extra
sun-kissed
shiny or
elf
like
who's running this.
Particularly gemmy.
any that look more expensive.
Oh, there's some very expensive looking gems here.
She'd like to
All of them well cut. Perhaps some pretty gems for pretty lady?
Fish!
Are there any
Catch 'em, we buy 'em!
more interesting rather than pretty?
Got any cursed
Pretty
ones?
interesting. What color are Medora's eyes?
They are different colors.
Oh shit!
One
I
is
didn't know
grey and one is red.
that.
Since
I think I know just the
first
thing.
death.
Got any grey gems?
He takes out a little like ring holder and opens it up, and you can see that it is a ring with a ruby. But when you look really close into the ruby, you can see it almost looks like there's waves inside of it. As he turns it, you can. It looks like it just shimmers and flickers and ebbs within.
May I see? May I test the ring
It costs coin, of course.
to test? Not to put on my hand, but I just want to see how I connect to it.
Take a look.
And I would like to cantrip Redora that and pick sort of 9 other of the more expensive looking ones and just see if anything needs back any magical stuffs.
Oh, this one's magical, right? Hang on. What the? Where are my ring? There we go.
I really like your drawn navigation compass at the top.
Oh yeah, my beautiful. I've also labeled the house.
Mm-hmm. I saw.
I wasn't gonna start drawing all the different items in all the shops.
Got it.
Why not?
So it will take you 1 minute to use Read Aura. Can you hit the spell so I can see what I'm supposed to tell you about it? It is not an illusion. It is magical. And as far as school, you get divination.
You just need to make a check on some of my stuff. Due to
It is very ethereal, is it not?
it's beautiful. Can you tell me anything more of it?
Well, it is said that when you look upon the world with this ring, you can see that which is but is not. That which is ethereal. It is, of course, 500 gold. Are we interested?
I'll give you $250 for that ring.
I was gonna say,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
you still are gonna want to haggle, I assume.
Cora literally
Really?
comes up and says that.
I thought it was meant to be 10 gold under.
Take it to, no, it was just start at 10
Make a
gold.
diplomacy
Uh,
check.
Worth the more than 490.
Bidding war.
I'm making a check. I'm doing it, man. Cora's helping. Diplomacy.
Does Cora even know if you have that much money?
No, she's just going for 27.
You will break my business. Let us call it 350.
I look at Medora.
I am gonna risk it and cast Charm.
On Cora?
Just a note that casting charm is very obvious. So even if you succeed on him, everyone around you would be aware you cast a spell on him.
Okay.
You need feats to do it stealthy.
Mm-hmm.
I know. What if instead of that, because we agreed message was not out loud, because you have to, it's supposed to be a whispered thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cora, can you do a massive distraction? If this goes wrong, we might have to do that running away thing.
I'm gonna pretend Ithri doesn't know what's going on.
Kyrak is currently checking under his claws.
Oh,
Ithri is also checking the carrots.
What about this one? I grabbed this one.
No,
How much is this worth? Oh, I dropped it. There it goes down the street.
no, you fool!
I go chasing it down the street.
And like as soon as he says that, you can see that already like some of the people in the crowd are jumping to, and like all the smiles and such have disappeared. All of the Jedians are suddenly very serious and like moving, and you can see a couple of them are picking up the gem that you just dropped. Like it seems like you're getting the vibe these people take commerce extremely seriously as a culture. And already like one of the lancers down the street is starting to trot in this direction.
I would like to say that Junko has no part in this, and she went to go look for dried meats.
Okay, I will note all eyes are on Cora right now.
So on the grounds that that's what happened, Medora doesn't even start casting. Oh, I'm so sorry. 350 you said.
Just a moment. And he's like watching Cora like a hawk until you return that gem to his hand.
I do.
Okay, and he's gonna put it back. Perhaps you should move along.
I'm sorry, I'm clumsy.
Kunon does not have time for fools.
Cora,
Yes,
maybe-
350.
Maybe wait with the others a second.
I sheepishly walk away.
And you just hear another, thank you. Don't worry. Do you trade in anything other than money?
Gems. I trade in gems.
I have some. They are not worth what you're asking. But I would be willing to trade all of my gems for the ring.
What's the value on that?
Quick calculation, sorry.
Quick maths.
Oh god. That there is 90 plus 125 would be 215. Remind me, spinels.
Oh, it depends on the spinel.
Not spinels, sorry, silver. It's 5 to a gold or 10 to a gold?
10.
10. Okay. I'm just gonna have to quickly do this. Sorry if anyone else wants to go, and I will get back to you.
Sure.
Is
Can
there any
also-
dried meat or fruits?
Yeah. There actually is a number 12 is dried meats, run by a little halfling, and number 13 down that alley is selling nuts and dates.
I would love some nuts and dates.
Okay. You can get them for, I guess they'll say 5 copper a pound.
Okay, that's fine. That's a lot.
You're not gonna haggle.
Nope.
Okay.
The 5 gold bust.
Half of that price for those nuts and dates.
I'll
So
give you 2 gold, 5 silver.
if you're assuming the 5 copper, that would be it's 1 light bulk
Okay.
for each 5 copper worth. But you do have to have a place to keep them.
Fine.
Your
I'll
mouth.
just hold them for now in my hand.
Okay.
Ooh, can I have some of those?
Yeah, here. I'll grab it.
Nom 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 nom.
You ready, Miff? Still not.
Nearly.
Okay, go ahead,
Sorry.
Blaze.
I'd like to look for any kind of like thicker things, like sheepskin or furs or anything along those
Hides
lines.
and what have you.
Yeah.
Looking at what they have here, actually, the closest to that they probably have is at that cloth place. They have rug. Well, wait a minute. No, rugs. Rugs. Number 16. They sell rugs there. I imagine you could probably get some hide.
In that case, I'd head over to there.
Okay.
See if I can haggle for some nice thick something to sleep in.
Okay. Oh, like blankets and what have you.
Yeah.
Probably would have been cloth. Well, too
No,
late.
just
We're committed.
gets a rug and burritos himself in it.
We're committed. Yeah. That individual, you can get some for, we'll say, 3 gold.
Is that 3 gold a piece? Like how
Yes.
long? How much? How much measurement do we get for
For
this?
about 1 blanket-sized rug.
Blanket stuff. Okay. I'd like to see his. I'd like to see his wares. Then I'd like to see what he's got. Ask him what animal it's made from specifically.
You gotta make sure it's not a lizard.
You guys know I don't actually have like a list of rugs in
Just-
front of me,
just-
right?
A lizard with
Just
fur?
make it up. A furry lizard. Do you
I
have
don't
a
know
furry
anything
lizard?
about rugs.
Furry lizard
Uh,
rugs.
I don't mind if you say sheep.
They've
Yeah,
got.
just
That
That's a
was me
sheep.
making.
A yak! Tell him a yak!
Yeah, they've got
A llama.
They've got. They do have llama and alpaca. They've got horse hide.
I'll save you there. We'll look at the alpaca.
Okay, cool.
So
The price stands, so that's.
Okay. I have a feel of it, and kind of like snort towards the ground and just go, 3 gold for this? 3 gold? I wouldn't pay 1 gold for this. It's not worth my time.
Not 1 gold? No! Make your diplomacy check.
Cora, watch what he's doing.
Oh, this is going to go
That's
terribly.
the haggling.
What's he doing? Okay.
That's the
I
haggling.
thought I
Blind?
was doing good. But
Nope,
okay.
nope.
But he's like insulting him. Well, not him, but his stuff.
You
Okay.
offend me, sir. 1 gold. It is worth at least and like going back and forth. The lowest you can get him down to is 25 silver, which is 2.5 gold.
That didn't seem to go very well.
I know, yeah.
It did not.
It didn't go very, and it was really really mean as well.
Uh,
Can't believe what he said about his mum.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Oh,
I tell you what, good friend. If for 1 I'll pay 2.5 gold. For 5, I'll give you 10 gold and not a single copper more.
That was the DM doing math.
buy 4 get 1 free.
Basically, yeah.
If you're willing to like spend a lot of time on this haggling, he'll let it go at that.
I'm happy to spend time.
Eventually,
I
because he's tired of haggling.
got bugger all else to do.
Fair enough. All right. Well,
At least on this day.
you win the rugs. Miff, you good to go now?
So I believe I have 89 gold worth of gems, plus would round that up to 100, but I just need to make 1 check because I can't find on my character sheet something to do with my bloodline and spell this. I think there's a ban on something.
100 gold of. Oh, okay. Make a diplomacy check.
You won 500 gold.
You
He wanted 500, but I'm just.
well 350. He was asking
well,
for.
okay.
Where is the?
You're gonna be struggling with this. This is gonna be a
Yep,
hard roll.
very much.
So you want to roll pretty well here.
So it's currently 100 gold worth, with the promise of being willing for open future transactions to top up that value. That's a blind roll. Is that what I'm supposed to be doing?
No, you can go ahead and roll public for this one.
Okay, diplomacy.
And I've actually got to double check what the DC is here.
120.
It's
So
gonna be
I would
tough.
like to hero point reroll that one
Go ahead.
because I would like this.
Use them here.
Fuck. I might not even be able
not
to
like
use
that.
it. Yep. Yay, hero
stop it.
points.
Oh.
They either love you or they hate you.
To be fair, I might not even be able to use it.
That was a
So-
0 point.
He's
No.
not really interested. You're gonna need at least twice as many gems before he's even willing to hear you out on this. He
I
kind of
thought you had
laughs.
more gems than that. What happened to all your gems?
He's willing to give you, the value of those gems as coin if you want to exchange the gems for their equivalent in coin. But that's about the best you're gonna get from him with those.
Nope. Maybe a future transaction then.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that is all I have.
If you want to mention this though, the ring is called an ether sight ring. That way, it's easy for me to find again. If you want to come back and try to buy it.
Yeah, let me write that down somewhere. Nice. I will save that as a future investment potential.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do a little shopping around for while you're here?
Crossbow.
There is.
Crossbow.
I was gonna say there is a blacksmith. That is number 21.
I think.
Oh
would
God.
would
Who,
they sell
who
crossbows?
wrote these names, Tracy Hickman?
I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
Run
you
by
know
one.
who.
Joachim Mullerschmidt. Jesus Christ. He's not from around here.
Really? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a wander over there.
And given that he's probably from north, he's got pretty reasonable prices for all of the equipment.
Ooh.
You can, because it's more of a shop and less of like a stall, you can buy gear at cost here.
Nice.
Also, if you're looking for enchanted gear, you can purchase any common magical weapons
Oh, I haven't been
or
checking.
armor up to level 5.
That's going to be a lot of googling. I think I don't know how much a +1 crossbow would be. If
So,
that's
um,
basic crossbow.
potency.
Like a heavy crossbow is 4 gold.
So plus, put it this way, basic +1 armor is level 5.
Yeah.
So you could buy any +1 armor here. A +1 weapon is level 2, whereas a +1 striking, I gotta check what that is level 4.
35 gold.
So if you want like a +1 striking weapon, that would be a level 4 item.
Can you have striking on a ranged weapon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hang on.
So if you want a +1 striking crossbow, it would be the price of the crossbow plus 65 gold plus 35. So
Yeah. That's
it'd be 100 gold plus the price of the crossbow.
So I think Ithri doesn't want the striking. He just wants the.
Wait, how
The
much are
+1?
you short?
It's not a. I'm not sure. It's just.
More than you want to pay.
Yeah.
Just a dwarf.
Ithri can do his own stuff, so he's kind of like, yeah, well, I'll just get the +1 because that saved me some work. But so that's 38 gold.
Beer 3 is happy to take that out of his own purse
Okay.
if people need other stuff. Oh, do you guys need this guy? What was he? Joaquim.
Joaquim Muller-Schmidt.
Joaquim.
Oh,
Joaquim
do you want me
is
to
pretty
haggle?
good. No. He's
Your
that's
crossbow is poopy. I'll only
Just-
pay half that.
So fast forward like 15 minutes. Cora's been banned from the store and has to wait outside.
Oh,
I was gonna say, don't learn from my example. I did not do well.
Sorry about her. She's learning how to haggle. And
Oh.
where to haggle.
Not very well. But yeah, if you guys need gear,
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Don't forget
Key?
ammunition. You do need to try.
oh yeah,
Ooh,
I
ooh,
presumed I
arrows.
would just take the gold off of
Okay.
that.
How much are arrows? I need more.
Standard. You can get arrows and bolts at standard value there.
Oh, how much do they cost? I don't know this compendium very well. Oh, that's an E, not a W.
Arrows are 1 silver for 10.
Okay, I will buy 2. 2
Wait,
silver.
what? Oh, I thought you meant 2 arrows. I was like, what?
No, I am buying.
And also,
many
they
arrows.
are light bulk per 10. So that's 2 light bulk, effectively.
Mm-hmm. I have arrows somewhere. I just gotta. There we go.
I presume bolts are crossbow bolts.
Do they have any fancy bolts?
I gotta see. I don't know if you can get. I guess you probably could get like +1. Yeah, you could get. So it would be 35 gold per single +1 bolt or arrow.
Okay. I am good. Goodbye.
Yeah. Once you start adding. Okay.
I was thinking
just a
more
quick
like something that
note.
I can light on fire, you know.
Oh, you can get that too. That's just going to get even more expensive.
That's fine. I'm good.
Okay.
Like
I just want to
35
note, I
gold,
believe our alerts may not be working.
Uh-oh.
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 Are you? We can look into that during the break, but I apologize. We do in fact appreciate anybody who follows, subs, raids, etc. We do appreciate you. I promise.
I blame Knit. She might have broke it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dang it,
that's
Nick.
not fair. She's not here to defend herself.
Let's be honest though. If this was on Friday, we'd be yelling the same thing about Ashlow. So.
Yeah.
So blame me. It was my fault.
Um,
I wasn't paying attention.
I'd like to take this opportunity to pass out an alpaca blanket to each person.
Oh,
Ooh,
Well, thanks.
thank you.
I
what
believe-
animal is this made from?
Some kind of goat, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Is it a native goat?
I hope so.
It's different to any goats. It feels different to anyway.
Each
I'll be
blanket
honest.
is 1 bolt, by the way.
One bulk blanket.
Mm-hmm. So it's hefty.
I don't see goat blanket in the compendium.
Just add a blank. It doesn't have to be specific. Just
I'll
make a
put
blanket and say it's
paren-
1 bolt. What are you
parentheses
doing?
Goat. I want to be specific. What if
I
somebody
don't-
has goat allergies?
I don't want that. I don't want you to be specific because then I have to remember things. No, just make a custom item and say that it's 1 bolt and keep track of where you're keeping it.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys do a bit of wandering through the bazaar. You see a lot of faces, a lot of different things for sale, statues and jewelry and food, and a lot of food ends up just kind of being put in front of you. And drink.
Like
and-
samples?
Yeah. And like you end up at some point in the House of Mirth, which is that little open archway. You guys end up being fed and watered in there, served by those who maybe have passed the sweet bloom of youth, but they're doing a good job. things get a little foggy. And that's where we're going to pause to take our break.
Oh, heck
And we will
yeah.
pick up in the morning.
All right.
All right. So, chat, I would encourage you to hydrate, snack, get some stretchies, and we'll see you in a few minutes when we come back.
Do the stretchies, get the water.
Bye.
We're back. Hi, back. No, that would be
I'm
someone
Dad.
else who probably should have said that. Yeah, I'm
Hi,
Dad.
back.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
What?
Right there.
What?
The alert.
It worked. Okay.
It's on top of the logo.
Okay. So they are running now. Got it. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. So we cut to morning. And this is going to be something of a in media res a little bit.
I'm intrigued.
A lonely group of horsemen stands huddled at the foot of a pass through a range of craggy, dry mountains. The red light of a dawning day, casting long shadows behind them. A strengthening breeze, that's a little loud. A strengthening breeze carrying the night's chill rustles their desert robes over their leather armor. The horsemen have formed a circle astride their steeds and hunch down sadly against the gusts. It is your group that stands within the circle of grizzled soldiers. The last thing you recall is enjoying the richness of this land, to which you had been taken abruptly. You'd been tempted by the exotic food, drink, and people, perhaps to excess, while absorbing the strange tales of wealth and greatness. Now, however, you are awake, amid these heavily shadowed faces under a mountain sunrise. The weathered face of the commander turns toward you, leather brown skin setting off his steel blue eyes. He pulls from his saddle pouch an elegant scroll. Those of you less taken to drink feel your heads pounding. Like maybe could someone have slipped you something?
Disrespectful.
The commander begins to read loudly over the rustling wind, the flowing formal message before him. Know ye, by order of His Excellency, Alam Pasha Burak, Hetman of Bralazar and Trustee of Jeddah, whereas it hath been reported of late to us that certain dark and vile desert raiders have crossed the dust wall over long forgotten paths, thence to raid and pillage our caravans and hamlets, and thence disappearing into those same forbidding mountains. And whereas our valiant lancers have tracked these same vile creatures through the very teeth of that awesome range, to the very borders of the most accursed land, known to the wise as the Desert of Desolation, and being knowledgeable as to the curses of that dead and haunted land, did our host of brave lancers wisely halt their pursuit. And furthermore, whereas certain foreigners, whose descriptions match those of the very group here assembled at my request, were seen in the vicinity of the home of Aman al-Rakib, wizard of the court, in the latter part of the evening. And whereas those persons did attain entry to said residence, and did short sheet the wizard's bed, and do all manner of petty pranks, and did leave for the wizard a certain maid for an alleged date with said wizard. And whereas said wizard did return to said residence with yet another wench, whereupon both the first and second did begin a loud commotion and disturbance, the likes of which has never before shaken this stately court and upset the wizard to no end. Therefore be it decreed that said persons be appointed special force under our eminence to track the course of the raiders from the Desert of Desolation, where surely even the raiders could not survive, to search out their hiding place and to bring us back proof that they have found that hidden fortress in the desert. We further decree that said persons may instead choose to undertake the quest proposed to them by said wizard, the most notable and wise Aman al-Rakib. The details of such quest too numerous to mention at this time, but which being transcribed by that self-same wizard will be retained among the records of this administration for all to see at some later date. Such details not refraining from mention that the party here assembled may retain all that they bring forth with them for their own use from that fabled land of treasure and death, whilst on the quest proposed by said wizard. Be it further decreed that should these miscreants perform or prefer neither of these quests, they may choose instead from death by hanging, death by fireball, death by polymorph, death by flame strike, death by lightning, et al. He continues for another 5 to 10 minutes listing different execution methods.
The
I'm
rather-
tempted by the polymorph one. That sounded very interesting.
Rolling the scroll back up with his calloused hands, the commander leans down toward you. What this means, you poor outsiders, is that you have been chosen to enter the cursed dead land north of here. It means that it doesn't matter whether you were in the wizard's house last night or not, because you are easy to get rid of while ruffling no feathers. And it also means... And it also means, speaks the aged though rugged lancer beside the commander, that these here raiders caused the hetman a good deal of trouble with the sheiks. You're his proof that he's doing something about them. The commander silences him with a sharp look, and then continues. We have brought you certain supplies and mounts from which you may choose. After you crest the pass, there is little or no water. Within 2 weeks, tortured ride. Furthermore, the dust wall here is full of cutthroat barbarians that would kill for the sheer joy of it. Without a heavily armed escort, it would be suicide to attempt passage through them. Your only hope, for what it may be worth, will be to follow this pass and whatever tracks you may find on the other side, and hope that they lead to water. His lifted arm points northward, and all eyes follow its direction upward into the forbidding mountains. The riders kind of move aside, and you can see that there are 5 camels and 5 black horses.
Great.
I'm sorry, 6 of each. And all of them, you can see that nearby there are 5 packs that have been assembled and look easy to load onto the mounts.
Shimmy towards the camel.
I presume that you guys want us to succeed in whatever this is. Should we choose the camels or the horses? Which one's better?
Both bear certain advantages.
Yes, but I don't know either of them, so what?
Horses are faster, camels are smarter.
Camels it is then.
I'll grab my pack, drag it over to my camel.
You guys all getting camels?
Yup.
I'll be taking a camel.
Cool. Let me just add some camels to you guys' inventory.
I don't think
Can I
I
put it
can
in a
carry
bag?
one.
1 camel,
I'll-
2 camel,
I'll
3 camel,
help people
4,
load up.
5, and a 6th camel is given for no other purpose but to carry your shit.
Oh, nice.
So tents on the 6th camel.
I'm gonna give each of you control of 1 camel. You can change its name if you wish.
Yeah.
Bakari 2.0.
Lightman.
The last camel, I'm gonna give control to everyone.
I'm gonna name it Jack.
Okay, so this. Oh my goodness. Hang on. This is gonna take me a minute to configure all the ownership. I should have done this ahead of time.
Hey, Junko.
So sorry. So sorry.
It's funny
Yes?
how fate finds a way,
Every time.
eh? Mm.
Makes me worry about Sergarda.
I would think it would put your mind at ease. At least it's not unique in its way of handling things, people, prophecies.
I guess not, but
Okay.
we as humans get to choose our destiny.
You guys should see the camels in with your player character sheets. You can name them, do what you will with them.
Camel
Where
one.
would we see them
Camel
on the
one.
character?
Let me, in fact, put the last one as party camel. That's a fun one to
Party
have.
I
animal,
like
huh?
the
fun. I want
party.
camel.
All aboard the party camel.
Now, as a note, you're not just given. If you wanted to, like, I'm assuming some of this time is spent with you surveying, like, what equipment they're giving you. The packs contain a total of 3 large 10 by 20 foot tents with poles. Each tent weighing about 200 pounds. 10 bundles of firewood total. Each bundle about 20 pounds. And enough to last 1 night. And enough food and drink for exactly 2 weeks. Along with 200 silver. Now, for purposes of like tracking bulk, assuming that you're keeping this on the party camel, you don't have to worry about dragging all that inventory shit onto your sheets. All you have to worry about is how many days you have remaining.
Okay.
If something befalls party camel, you may be boned.
Oh.
So I suggest
Take
protect
extra
your
good care of that.
supplies.
I like how he says protect your supplies and takes a big sip. He knows what's up.
I do.
Does
Okay, we can
anyone
cast
know the
revive on a
spell-
party camel, right?
I was gonna say, does
As
anyone
long as
know
there's a
the-
body.
Does anyone know the spell heal camel? No? Okay.
Not off the top of my head.
What if
So,
it's only got one hump?
It's got a
He-
ranged spit attack. That's fucking great.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Does it have the attack spit?
Yeah.
Haven't checked yet.
It can also melee jaws.
Yeah,
I don't
look at
think
this.
that's
My camel spits randomly.
That's fantastic.
Good camel.
cool.
So which way do we go? Like that way, I guess, right?
To the foreboding,
Yeah.
to the mountains.
Okay.
Okay, well, thanks, guys.
I thought choice might be a bit of a
Go
choice
with
set of
Anu.
words.
Yeah, Anu.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Yes, praise Anu.
He was
Yes.
the greatest.
I really hope this works the way I think it will. Can you all see
Observer
your
cannot
party
see.
marker? What? Why
Observer
not?
can't. I don't know why observer. I can
It's
see it, but
the-
observer can't.
What?
Indeed.
All right, let me just try this again. Configure ownership. All players, including observer, owner. About now. You might have to scroll down. Maybe that's why observer can't see it. It's at the
It
bottom.
saw the green arrow, but it didn't. It's a black. Yeah, you can see
Still?
that green splodge, but it doesn't see
Mhm.
anything there.
That's the camel spit. That's what it can see.
Why?
Why is a very good question.
I don't understand.
What if we
but-
add a light source? Can we add a light source to this thing?
That's what it has.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's just that dark.
No, because you guys can see. No, it's showing up on stream.
No, I'm only seeing.
Something is.
I'm seeing
There's-
just black.
There's a game paused swirl. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Hello. It's live.
You see
We're
it
good.
now?
That fixed it.
yes.
Does everyone see it now?
Nice.
I can see a
Yes.
face and
Yep.
small things around it.
Beautiful.
Yes. Not a lot.
Beautiful. So these, I believe, are 1 mile hexes? No, I don't even think they're that big. The entirety of this thing from north to south is not very big. On my desert map, it's only 10 miles. So those are definitely not 1 mile. I'm sure there is an answer to how.
Let's say they're a quarter mile. Just
Sure, roughly. They're enough that these are not. This is not tactical exploration. This is exploration.
Okay. Get
True
my
explorer,
exploration
explorer.
stuff out.
So it is dawn.
Oh,
Is there anything
I
you guys
hate
want to do?
dawn. I guess. Are we just? I guess we're heading where we're told to go, right? Does anyone have any objections as to going on this adventure?
Does
I mean,
anyone choose death?
I
I don't
I would-
choose death. I just choose to have a nap.
Why are you
first.
eavesdropping on our conversation?
I was promised to be well rested to start this.
I'd like.
You guys should have benefited from. You did all get daily preparations and a rest.
Oh, I guess I should click that then.
You
I
were
think- Oh,
probably
I am.
drugged. There's a good chance you were drugged.
Yeah, I was.
but drugged with some beneficial things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, wake up feeling great.
Here you go. Have a load of paracetamol. I'd like to ask anyone in the party if there's anyone here who is not used to high levels of heat.
I traveled through here before.
Hello.
You're good.
It's too hot.
If we.
I lived in
Uh,
Saragarda. That's humid heat.
In that case, could I cast Endure Elements on Ifri?
Ooh.
Yes, though I do want to point out this is on the far side of the mountains from the desert. You got to get through this pass before you reach the desert. It's dry, but this is like a mountain pass. I don't know if you can still do that. I just want to make sure you know, like, this isn't yet.
So
desert.
we're not at the hot.
I'll
yet.
hold off on that for the time being.
Okay.
It's too hot.
Okay.
Deal with it.
We're not even at the desert yet.
I like mountains.
Go
Let's
on,
go.
Dax. Let's go.
We call you Camel Dax.
As you proceed, it is very clear that there's a path. Rising abruptly from the wide valley within which Bralazar lies, the dust wall forms a formidable barrier. In the sunlight, the dead gray rock is streaked occasionally by glistening red, as though the mountains had been wounded. The mountain tops disappear in writhing mists, and their feet are hidden by clouds of swirling dust. Like a cleft carved by some gigantic axe, North Knife Pass cuts through this imposing barrier. From Bralazar, the trail climbs slowly up the valley to the foot of this high pass before heading toward the mountains. When it begins to climb, it follows the course of a rushing stream that cascades from the heights above. In switchbacks crisscrossing the face of the mountains, the trail wends ever upward, seeking to scale the heights slowly enough to make travel possible. Passage through the dust wall will be formidable indeed. And so we begin. As
I
you
love
start
this
to
music.
Thank you. As you start to make your way, we'll say for the first hour, because it takes you some time to like get your shit figured out, get your packs sorted. Probably some of you would be changing your clothes, the stuff you bought yesterday. Is there
I
anything
play
you
with
want
my
to do?
camel. I want to spend time bonding with my camel.
Okay, sure. The camels seem very knowledgeable and even understanding. They seem to have the idea of where they're going and what they're doing, arguably more than you guys might. They're even not nervous around Inuruxi, which is saying something, because I think camels probably when you're a carnivore living in the desert, you eat the meat that you can get your jaws on, right? And,
I
the
tell him
camels
some
don't seem to
camel
mind.
jokes. Does
Okay,
he like them?
The camels aren't that smart.
Okay,
No.
well, I pet him.
No. Cora, what is your camel joke?
Shit.
Brought
Give
this
me
on
a
yourself.
sec. Well, what's sweet and walks across the desert?
Waiting.
You don't know?
You're telling this to the camel, so
I'm
like,
telling it to all of you now, because you asked.
I don't know.
Salted-
What's sweet and water across the desert?
A caramel!
Okay.
Get it? It's a caramel, caramel, and it... yeah,
I'm
okay.
just gonna pull my mask up
Oh.
over my face.
There were so many jokes about humps you could have made.
I was put on the spot, okay?
As you guys deal with that groaner, the trail drops slightly ahead. As it approaches a swift stream flowing from the mountains. A ford lies ahead, and beyond it, the trail rises continuously into the dust wall. The stream at the ford is about 30 feet wide and obviously deep. A few rocks dot the surface, but they are wet, slime-covered stones, and far enough apart that only an unladen individual of some dexterity and boldness would attempt to leap across them. Though at no other place up or downstream does it look possible to cross. What do you do?
Do the camels seem like they want to go that way?
They seem like they're waiting for you guys to decide what to do for them. They kind of come to a natural stop here.
Well, we can't leave the camels behind. We just got them!
I'd like to lead the camel to the water and see what it does.
Walks up to the water.
How deep did you say?
Deep. Do you want to check?
Can they swim? Can camels swim?
That'd be a nature check.
I'll try a nature check.
Dora will cast her mind into the realms of nature checks.
Cora, you think they can probably kind of swim, but they're not natural swimmers. Medora, on the other hand, you know that they kind of, you can confirm what Cora is thinking, is she's surmising. You know, like, yeah, a camel could swim in a pinch, but they're not going to want to, and they're not natural swimmers. If the water is shallow enough, because of how tall the camels are, they could probably make the crossing, but...
Is there a more shallow spot we could cross? Think.
I'm happy to trot. Is there like a bank on the river that we could trot along?
Only here. That's probably. I mean, this being
Okay.
the ford, there's like a bank here. The rest of it is very steep and untamed.
So our other choice was what? Hang on.
Some
Try and make them
slippery
swim.
rocks.
Or slippery rocks.
Someone hold this rope. I'm going to get out a rope and I'll
I'll
go
take
and
it.
test the depth of it whilst holding onto the rope. Test how deep the water is.
I will
Okay.
also
E3, you're
hold
the
rope.
shortest one!
So-
I'm also the heaviest one, so I'll sink.
You discover
Can we
a
just
few
check?
things.
E3's the counterweight here.
I guess.
Well,
E3's going in the water. I will aid with holding the rope.
You discover a few things. And I got it. I heard you. So I'm not going to be like, oh, E3 floats away.
Bye.
Number
he'll
one,
Sinks, never to be seen again.
the water is ice cold and it numbs your limbs immediately.
Oh, it's lovely.
Number two, it is a swift flowing current. Armor and all, it starts to carry you away and you are forced to
I'll
cling to the
retreat.
rope.
Yeah.
Number three, though, and most important, it's about 4 feet deep.
Oh.
Shallow enough that a camel could probably reach the bottom.
I reckon the camels could do it. I don't think I can. I don't know if there's a way we can aid the camels in their crossing, though. Unless you guys
Well-
know something.
I could probably get across on the rocks with a rope and maybe tie it to something, and we could kind of use it as a something to hang on to kind of help our camels. You think?
I would like to jump on Alice. That's my camel.
Who the fuck is... Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It's Alice the
wanna
camel.
jump on
She's only got
Alice.
one hump. Anyway, I'd like to jump on Alice and I'd like to cast guidance on her
Okay.
and then attempt to make the crossing.
Oh God, you're just going for it.
Okay.
Kyrak doesn't deal with shit.
Fortune favors the fortunate. You ride out into the water. The water rises up almost dangerously close to the belly of your camel. The water is like foaming and like it's a rapid.
It's
The-
rabid.
The camel has to move pretty slowly to maintain balance. What I want you to do is have the camel make an athletics check, but it has a +2 circumstance bonus,
6 on Alice.
not including whatever you gave it for guidance.
So I'm just trying to find Alice's.
Yep.
Oh, hang on, it's right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Guidance giving
Is
it.
that is without the modifier? That's not including the +2.
Not including the +2.
And then I think guidance is also a circumstance. Is it circumstance or status bonus? It's important here.
Perception check, saving throw, or skill check.
This is a skill check. What type of bonus does it give?
Just +1.
+1 circumstance, +1 status.
Status.
Status. Okay, so it stacks. So total of +3 for a total of 20. You take it slow, and whenever like the water hits your boots, you probably don't wear boots, hits your feet, it is no bueno. But you make the crossing, no problem. You reach the other side.
Success with chili feet.
Okay, well anyway, I could do what I said. Unless you guys just want to just go for it like he did.
I mean,
If I like grab the party camel
Mhm.
and start like encouraging Dax towards the water,
Mhm.
will Dax follow the successfully crossing camel
Yeah,
in like a baggage train kind of fashion?
yeah.
Cool. So
So effectively, I will let only one. You can pick. It would probably be your camel would make the check. The other one gets only has to make a check if you fail. Oh, you killed it. Okay,
smashed it. Good job, Dax.
with +2, 27. Yeah.
And I've tactically got the other camel downstream so that the rapids hit my camel first.
So 27 is actually a critical success. So you managed to make the crossing without even getting the chill. It doesn't take you long. Like, you just blaze right across. No pun intended.
Okay, well, I
Yeah.
guess it's super easy. Look
made
what
it
they
like-
did.
Yeah.
I'll go last.
Sure. Okay.
Oh,
I mean, Elisa to the
Did-
party camel.
Shall
so
I go
if-
next?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go next. Come on. I need to name you. Come on.
What's your name?
Let's think about a name.
Sleipnir.
That's not a good name.
No, not for a camel.
Loki.
I'll bond with her. I've decided it's a her. I'll bond with her while I'm crossing. And see what
Dory?
I come up with.
The Dory
Probably
tree?
trying
Just
to
keep
remind
swimming.
yourself there's nothing to worry about and trying not to notice the rapid, ice cold water that could carry you away to your doom. Only a few
Oh.
feet below you.
that's
Okay. I've got a name. And what do I need to? Did you say?
Athletics for Le Camel.
Yeah. How ability modifiers? I haven't had a.
Oh, I see it. It's under skills.
Yeah, it's on the main page.
Oh, I see.
Now, fortunately,
I love
you have a
it.
+2 bonus, so
Oh, I
19.
didn't. 19.
That's still a success.
Nice.
Since 27 was a critical success, you know it's 17 or lower is the DC.
Okay.
So, yeah. Again, really work like you better than anyone know what's going to happen if you fall in or lose balance, but no problem. You keep your nerve, your camel goes right across. It's all good.
E3, what did you call your camel?
Peas. Black-eyed peas.
Peas.
Hmm.
Why black-eyed peas? That name
Just-
just come to your head?
Just seemed to fit. Yeah. She got
Oh.
black eyes.
Cora and Junko.
Where is the love?
Or said she'd go last, so I guess I'm going.
Okay. Woo! Okay. No problem at all. Yeah, you just follow after E3. You're out of there.
Okay,
Nothing
Jack.
of note.
I guess you're next, huh?
Oh, I guess
Got
you guys
this.
don't like my camel's name.
I love your camel's name.
I can't actually see it on.
That name logically
say,
seems to fit.
Yeah.
What
I
was
was
your
more
camel's name?
confused how E3 had come up with the name. But also,
You said
on the
athletics?
stream, it's really tiny, so I needed it out loud.
Okay. I nudge Jack towards the water.
Good luck.
Yas, go Jack.
You make it. Okay. So you guys have traversed your first potential problem.
Now we can
No
go home.
disaster. Yeah. Good job.
All done.
And I forgot to give you would have gotten 30 experience earlier for engaging in the adventure, but more importantly, you guys also get 20 experience for crossing Sweep Away Ford.
Nice.
If we cross
Very
it
nice.
again, do we get more XP?
Yeah, let's
No.
go back and forth. That feels
Mine's just
risky.
doing laps around you guys.
Just get
It,
to
like,
level 20 back-
progressively
back
gets
and
less.
forth, Yeah.
Back in the water, love.
How do I give black-eyed peas XP?
You don't have to.
Uh,
Camels don't actually level up.
Aw.
with your mount.
sad.
Incidentally,
It's
though,
supposed to be a
if you
war
want-
camel if they don't
if
level
you
up.
want your mount to act, you have to use an action to command them. Just so
Got
you're
it.
aware. So effectively, every action they take is one that you give up to give it to them.
Yeah.
So it's like they share your, or they get. If you use one action to command them, they get 2 actions,
Oh, cool.
Okay,
but you can only do it once per turn.
that's fine.
Does the camel have a preferred language?
No.
They don't have any. Yeah.
No.
They might have been
They've been
trained.
taught their commands in both Jedian and Common.
Okay.
So you're fine. You guys have crossed the river. And so you continue once again, now ascending much more steeply the ascent of North Knife Pass. And so you continue for almost a mile. But then, a solid wall of rock, 300 feet high, crosses the way ahead. The only route being through a narrow gorge. The axe stroke that created North Knife Pass is carried down through the wall in a narrow gorge, climbing the entire 300-foot height in its quarter-mile length. Oh, there you go. So yeah, 1 hex is a quarter mile. Would have been nice if they put that in my text. To the left of the trail winds the turbulent mountain stream that you've been following since the ford. Obviously going the opposite direction of you. The trail beside the river, or beside the stream, is so narrow, though, that single file passage is required, not even mounted. You have to dismount and lead the camels here.
Can I
Okay,
just-
Karma, let's go.
Can I cast camel climb? And can we just go right up the wall?
Yeah, you wish. I will note that the more war-trained individuals among you might recognize this as a very good place for an ambush.
Yup.
By the way, this is a very good place for an ambush.
What do you mean?
Thanks for letting
I
us know.
mean, if I was like living here, although I don't know that there's much to survive on, and I was trying to trap travelers, I would
Yes.
have a person there, and a person there, and
Oh, okay.
probably some sort of like either net or
Okay.
boulder.
Don't worry. I got this. Hey, don't ambush us or you'll be sorry.
Since
I-
we already did that.
Oh,
Medora?
putting this
Oh.
he and salty here.
You
Okay.
knew we were here, right?
Medora loves Cora so much, but oh my god.
You guys
Oh.
have 300-foot high cliffs to either side of you as you travel along here, leading your camels, single
I
file,
passed confidently because there's no way they would ambush us.
dangerously close
I
to the
do
stream.
not. What?
we-
Are we
if
going
we-
through already?
If we make sure he's at the front.
Oh, Cora was at the
Medora.
front.
Are you going
Second.
Second.
I
If you want
mean,
to wait here, you can.
No, I'm
I
going.
was gonna go and freaking spider climb my way up there and have a look.
Don't you mean camel climb?
No, I
Yeah.
can spider climb.
No, she
Everything is camel related
She
now.
has magic.
Yeah, we're in the
boots that-
desert.
that
I
she
have
Get
can-
with
magic
it.
slippers that would
There are
get me up there
deserts-
to have a
there are-
look.
There are desert spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we don't like
absolutely.
those. Those
like
are
tarantulas
Mm.
or
Tarantulas
salifidans.
don't live in the desert, do they? Some might. I don't think most do, though.
I just need to know what you guys are actually doing though.
Medora, did you want to scout?
I mean, if
Do you
I was
have...
gonna, but if Cora's going, it's too late.
No, we can.
I was-
Well, it's a quarter mile long. You've got time
Yeah,
to
yeah.
stop, Cora.
You can't stop me! Yeah!
I mean, unless she goes full
I'm
pelt.
not as fast as Cora. If Cora goes like speed.
My camel isn't a mug!
You gotta
How
train
great
it.
would
You're
that
not
be?
mounted right now either.
Oh, we're not?
Yeah, like I said, you guys
have
have
to
to dismount.
You
and
gotta
lead
be
them single
dismount
file.
from it.
There's not
Oh.
enough room.
I
It's
you want-
so narrow that you literally.
I see, okay.
Do you have ways of like a getting out still? I
Wait.
can't remember what.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can dimension door back here.
Yeah, I forget what all this shit means and what's changed and who can do what
I
now.
I can take me back here, but I can't take anyone else with me. So I can spider climb up and then teleport back, or I can teleport up and then spider climb back. But I feel like the slow one should be on the way.
Yeah, maybe do you two, Cora and Medora, want to do like a climby spy check on everything being cool thing, or
Yeah, I can do that.
I don't mind if you can climb, but I can't bring you back with me.
if
I can climb.
It's not the climbing that I'm
It's the
worried
climbing
about. It's the
down, I
falling
think, is
back.
the-
I can fall.
Okay.
I've seen it.
If you're good with falling, I'll take one side, you take the other.
If I
Okay.
if I was in doing an ambush, I'd put someone either there or there, and I'll just point out the spot that might look good.
Probably at the top of the
Yeah.
gorge.
Like a scout.
I'm gonna
a
get
scout
out my
point.
my bow.
Yeah, if we'll have his
How tall are they?
Crossbow.
How tall are they?
300 feet.
It's many
Okay.
feet.
Wait,
And how
If we
narrow
make-
is it?
So the gorge itself is about 33 feet wide, but the stream is about 30 feet wide.
ooh.
I meant, why do we have to walk single file?
That's why. That
There's
is
a
why.
3-foot wide path next to the stream.
And that's it.
I see. Okay, gotcha.
And this cliff is nearly 100 Ithries tall.
I can't be that fast, so let's just do it. Okay. Let's just do it.
Define it.
I look at Cora and how are you getting up there?
Climbing.
Okay. I activate my spider climb slippers.
Okay.
Just click
So-
them like the red shoes. I want to go home.
I like wiggle
I
my
want to
toes
climb
like
this
that.
wall.
Like little bits of spider web kind of leak out from the soles of the slippers with every step you take, so it sort of latches onto the surface.
Silently, not like.
Yep. So you begin ascending. Cora, you're just going to climb with regular athletics?
Yeah, is there like a... I want to look and see if there's like a path, like a foothold path that's kind of hidden.
It looks climbable.
Okay, not too bad.
Not too bad. It's just a long climb, and it will take... climbing is slow.
I do have a pretty good speed, but it'd be half. Is it quarter or half or?
I'm double checking now, but I'm pretty sure it's quarter.
Okay.
Let's see. Athletics.
My speed is 50, so it'd be 25 feet. Or I mean, what would you do?
10.
Okay, so
Round
climbing...
down to 10 or go to 15?
You are flat-footed while you climb, unless you have a climb speed. So Medora, you're excused.
But
On a success, oh my goodness, you move 5 feet per 20 feet of your land speed per action to climb.
Okay,
So
What's your
my
speed?
50.
50. So you would be climbing 10 feet per action.
That's
Okay,
30
that's not too
feet
bad.
a turn. That's like
Hmm.
crazy quick upwards.
Yeah, but that'll still take over a minute.
Oh yeah, I just mean for a real person climbing 30
Yeah.
foot
Mhm.
in 6 seconds. It's stupid.
Do I need to make a roll for that,
Oh yeah,
or
absolutely.
can I just take? Okay. Athletics?
To do this, it would be
Is
a
there like
DC of 20.
Okay.
So, Key, Medora's got like these really cool boots that she lent me once, but I didn't get to use. And apparently, you can walk up walls. Like, look what she's doing. And then Cora's just.
you're just imagining that, like, I walk towards the wall and then vertically just ascend like a lift, or like I
Well, it
hit
doesn't-
the wall and
I
I go
imagine
up
It doesn't
like
give you
that.
Okay.
supernaturally powered like leg strength. You've still got to like use your hands to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just
but, like,
sticks you to it.
Yeah.
She climbs like the tarantula would up a cliff.
You know how bad that would be
quite
on your
incredible.
back?
It's
Oh my
weird.
god.
I-
Oh, the core strength though.
But,
Ash, I'm
Oof.
waiting on that athletics check.
but
I have a
Cora is
question,
just
Key.
really good at stuff.
Key,
I've seen her jump off of cliffs and just be fine. It's weird.
The funny thing is, if Cora's going 30 feet per round, she's actually climbing faster than Medora.
Yeah, but if I climbed normally, I would be
Dead.
what? That too.
Yeah, there's a reason I haven't attempted this.
My movement speed
Uh,
is 15 foot.
So
Do I have to make a roll every movement?
normally it would be every action, but
Yeah.
since we are not in combat, it's just a single roll.
Okay, then I will use a hero point to reroll it. Oh wait, since I haven't gone far, do I just slide back down?
No, that's
Would
only
I
on a
take-
critical failure do you fall. On a regular failure, you just make no progress.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stand there, I guess.
Again, though, because this is an exploration,
Do you want me to use my
there's
hero
no
point?
reattempt.
Okay, then I
So
will
if you
use my hero
fail, then you
point.
just can't climb it.
I'll use my
Would
hero
I be
point.
able to cast guidance on Cora at this point?
Yeah. You can cast guidance.
I'm 100%
Giving
doing
Cora
that,
+1.
Oh my gosh.
So it's an 18 with the +1.
We are so bad at.
So Cora, you
Hero
find
points.
that there's just not enough space, and the handholds available are not where you're at. Unfortunately, you won't really be able to climb this one.
Sorry, I can't climb it, Medora.
But Medora is just skittering spider-like up the wall.
I tried.
Medora, it takes an unpleasant amount of, like, it's going to take you well over a minute, even with the slippers, to get to the top. But you do make it to the top. What do you do when you're up there? While you're up there, it's mostly like just a ridge. You can see that there's a lot of rocks placed here and there all along it.
I'll do a perception check to see if I see anything to
Okay.
start with.
Go ahead. That's a blind perception roll. You can see a number of humanoids among those rocks, all of whom have longbows. They're sort of crouched, seemingly waiting for something. You count about 8 of them.
Do
And they're
what?
like looking down and like seemingly waiting.
Just for my clarification, are these guys at the top of the cliff, or are they down? Is she
They're at the
looking
top.
down? Oh, okay.
They're at the top looking down. Kind of garbed, something like that.
That's cool.
It looks like they're waiting.
Are they looking to the start of the pass?
Mm-hmm.
So they've noticed. It looks like they've noticed the party.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Actually, wait a minute. How would you get to your side of the cliff? Because they're on the stream side.
I was going up the stream side because Cora was taking the not stream
Yeah.
side.
How would you get across the stream though?
How wide is it at this point?
Well, the stream is 30 feet.
But also,
Oh.
rapids.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that bit. I thought you were both going up the same side.
No, I got what you guys were doing. It just didn't occur to me. Like, wait, no, there's a problem with that.
No,
So you'd be on the south side, the same side Cora failed to
I
climb.
mean, no retcons. My camel was awesome and aced the swimming earlier.
I think you just have to be on the south side. There's no realistic way I think you could make it to the north side.
Does she still spot the
Camel
peeps?
was really good at swimming. Yes, Dan. Okay.
But you can still see them. And they don't seem to have noticed you. In fact, from your position, you can also see that there are 2 more back the way you came with swords that look like they're going to block the, prevent you from falling back. And you can see one who's a little better dressed at the far end of the gorge, who's actually like at ground level behind a rock.
Just
how
fucking
far
blast
is
him.
how far is the gorge in feet?
About a quarter mile,
Kitty cat?
I can't translate that.
1,200 feet.
Cat butt.
How far from me to the party?
3-ish hundred.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks like.
So, I use the cantrip message because I've got heightened 3, so range 500 feet, and I talk to E3. We pointed out the trap in the first place. I communicate. There's 8 up here with longbows. There's 2 behind you with swords, and there's one at the far end who looks like he's shot calling.
Can I?
You can respond because you can see me.
Okay, so Ithri's gonna like turn to face the wall and look up and say, when you say far end, do you mean that way, and point in the direction we were heading? Like upriver?
Yes. Yes. Quarter mile, roughly. Wait,
Mhm.
I heard Askell right, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. My brain panicked then that I just completely blanked what you said.
Hey, Junko, do you want the good news or the bad news?
Any news is bad news at this point.
The good news is that you were right. So was I about this being a good place for an ambush.
Well, yeah,
Apparently
you take
there's-
stuff, you don't have to leave, you eat other people's food, it's freeloading.
Yeah. But apparently there's 2 behind us, 8 above, and 1 guy up ahead.
That's a lot.
Understood. Key, what are you good at?
I'm good at keeping you alive.
So you're a healer.
Sure? Why not?
That's a yes or no.
I gave you a sure why not.
Direct answers
wait,
are better,
can't
but that is
Medora-
okay.
Just dimension door us past this area?
We have many camels.
Oh, those are okay.
Alice is non-negotiable.
Is this the only like way? What if we go like the really long
we're-
way around?
E3.
We're already in
E3.
it. Hang on.
What's happening?
Just,
What's wrong, Ithri? What is it?
I was just
Ithri, are you okay?
I was just
Ithri?
letting people know that this is probably like if he's trying to figure out a way to say this to both because he's saying this out loud. I'm just trying to let everyone know the current situation. I think we should head for the 2 at the back. If you agree.
2 at the back. What 2 at the back?
There's 2
That's
brigands
back the way you
behind
came.
us.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking to you, GM. I was
Okay.
talking to
Just making
Ithri.
sure that was clear.
E3.
I did just say to the
What
group,
if-
there's 2 at the back, and then.
Okay.
If you've just told me that, then I'd like to make sure my spear is at the ready.
What if
Crossbow out.
What if I go invisible and distract the guy at the far end if he looks like he's in charge?
Sure. Although it's the arrows raining down on us that will do the damage.
Yeah.
Just make a noise when you want us to do stuff. Unless.
I'll try.
Are you talking to us or
Yes.
make a noise? Okay.
So, sorry, multitasking is definitely something I'm very good at. Medora was chatting to me, and she's gonna do something, possibly to the leader, possibly to the
Can we see her?
guys up there.
Mm-mm.
So he can't reply, can he? Or
Mm-mm.
can he?
No, because if I make sure that they can see like my foot or something, or my head, can I make sure of that by sticking something over so that they can see us?
That's not quite how that's not really the intention of that rule.
But they don't have to.
So like if I stuck my head over and sent a message
that,
down.
if it was your head, then yes, he could
Okay.
reply to you.
Okay.
Okay.
So
As long
I
as he
presume-
knows you're there.
Let's presume at this point you go into cover and I can't see you, I can't respond.
I mean, I was gonna send one last one of, I'm only doing this if everyone's okay with it.
I'm gonna cast message at Medora. Hey, Medora.
Hey Medora, I think everyone's okay. Although I think Cora said
Wait.
hey. Oh,
Did Cora just cast a spell?
Cora just used message was the same.
I just cast a message and said, "Hey,
Okay.
Medora."
So you did really do that. When you do that, you notice another figure has sort of joined your single file group.
Who notices? Just me?
Just you.
I ignore that.
What a splendid opportunity.
Fuck.
A chance for the ambusher to become the ambushee, don't you think? Oh, I haven't been part of a good banditry in a long time. Let's do it. Let's have some fun.
Regret sending that message.
Hey, Key, do you
Don't
have a
ignore me.
shield?
So what are we
Cora,
doing?
was there anything more than just "Hey, Medora"?
I cast message again.
So many like voices in heads and
Yep.
conversations.
I
out
cast
loud.
message again. I just wanted to say hi.
Ithri gets
Good.
confused and says, Medora, go.
Okay. And
No,
I
no,
just-
you can't hear that.
No, Cora's like, everything's fine. I'm like, okay.
Oh, right.
Just wanted to say hi.
Just wanted to say hi. Okay. Hi. And, like, I disappear. So I will cast invisibility at 2nd level.
Does
Ithri, so what's the plan?
Wait,
Does anyone else know how
Can you?
to?
There's a plan.
I don't know.
I think the plan is to not die. Does anyone else know how to use a shield?
No.
Yes, kind of.
Do you have one?
I have one.
Now's a good time to have a shield.
I
I
would
ha-
very much.
I have a spare if anyone needs it.
I will happily have mine own in my hand, ready to not be hit by things.
What is the plan?
Survive.
What are we doing though?
Okay, so there's two guys at the back.
Surviving?
We're gonna try and head that way, and then we're gonna get ambushed upon. But Medora is going to try and circumvent that. If she makes a noise, we jump into action. But before any of that starts, we're gonna have arrows probably shot at us. So if anyone wants a shield and knows how to use it, I've got a spare. Does anyone? I'm looking at you two.
No, I don't.
No.
You don't have one, or you don't know how to use it?
Both?
Oh shit.
I'll be fine without it.
Okay. Okay.
It'll just slow me down.
Okay.
one addendum I need to make, by the way. The 300-foot height is at the highest part. So actually, the ridge that the bandits are on is 150 feet above your trail, but your trail is not flat; it's ascending.
Yeah.
That's why they said 300 feet. So it's not actually 300; it's 150 feet above you.
Okay.
Medora's done piracy stuff before. I don't know if this is allowed as a tactic she would have thought of, or if this is myth speaking. But a thought just crossed the mind of stick my head back over. They can't see me, but
Mm-hmm.
what if two of you lead camels? No, don't worry about it.
Who are
I've
you
thought
sending
about
that to?
Two of you lead the camels. Two of you try and stay hidden.
Who are you sending that
Goes to E3. E3 is getting the messages after Cora said, "I just wanted to say hi."
There's not a lot of room to fuck about here. Just do stuff.
Yeah, there's not
Watch your
any
language.
hiding places really apparent.
A3 is
I
going to
don't
make
hear
sure.
anything from E3.
A3 doesn't know that. A3 is going to make sure he's the highest point on the trail and try and get my queens at the back and Key in the middle.
Okay. And where's the party camel?
They're all just sort of in a line, I presume.
Okay. Okay.
Where's Loki? Is he sitting
I
on the
think-
party camel?
I think.
Yes, actually, that is exactly where he is.
I think A3 would have advised putting the party camel in the middle of the camels
my
at
camel.
all times.
Yep, and Medora's camel.
Don't
Okay.
leave my camel behind. I'll be very sad.
So
Cool.
that being the case, you warily begin riding forward into Breakheart Cleft. And nothing really happens.
Ride boldly.
I'm
ride.
assuming Medora is following along, staying low.
I am going like my full speed that I can across this because I want to get to the end before anything really bad happens. So I'm keeping an eye on them, but not waiting.
Okay.
If they're having to pick their way carefully on a narrow thing,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am trying to get to the end before.
Okay. For the first half, it's pretty smooth. You would notice Medora immediately once they start into the pass. The archers actually kind of get serious and duck down behind rocks at the top, just kind of peeking out from around the sides, but staying very, very much behind cover. Otherwise, there's no real activity until the Valkyrie reached the halfway point. Right around when the last of you is just passing that halfway mark, you hear a voice from ahead on the path call out. First, you hear a sharp whistle, and then, dat. Let's just slow down a bit. There's a little tax for any travelers looking to pass through here. So, you leave a little bit of coin, a little bit of goods, and then you go on your way. Understood? You can trust my word that there is a team of archers, and you will die if you try anything funny.
How much is a little bit?
There's like a quiet. How much you got?
Also, didn't you hear me yell earlier not to ambush us?
No, I did not hear that. Think of this less as an ambush, more of a transaction.
How far am I from this person speaking?
Well, this was the leader who was on the ground behind the rock. So if you were like even with them, you'd still be a minimum of 150 feet away.
Wait, did you say it's a transaction?
Yes, it is a transaction. You will leave some money, or maybe a magic item or something.
Is Loki being quiet?
Loki's
I
actually
kind of
like,
want, I kind of want Cora to haggle.
You're not being very assertive or clear on this.
I got this, guys. I got this.
Absolute amateurs. What a disappointment. You should be robbing them.
I'm only going to give you half of what you want.
I don't think you can. Cora, I don't think you can give him half a magic item.
I got this.
And
okay, sorry.
Medora, you can see the archers are like looking at each other like, what? What the fuck is going on?
And not a copper more.
I would like to now upgrade my invisibility to 4th level so that if I take a hostile action,
Okay.
they're not gonna find me.
Okay.
I do that.
As you're doing that down below, the callers. Well, how much is that?
Guys, how much is that?
You're the ones robbing us. What are you on about?
Cora, tell them like 2 silver.
Well, I don't know how much money you have, do I?
Like 2 silver.
I don't buy that.
Why not?
Well,
I didn't get to make it.
It's just basic commerce. You know the price of a camel. It's like
I don't know. What is
10 or
it?
12 gold. So I know you've at least got something.
So
Cora,
here's
can
the
I-
story, and Ithri's literally just going to start telling them that we got kidnapped and pushed into doing this via bribes and
It's
leaving
true.
out any of the gold monetary
Wait.
stuff.
Wait.
Go,
Can
Junko.
I interrupt E3 for a second? Wait, 1 second, E3.
Huh?
Can we get closer?
No. Stay where you are, or
How many feet away is he?
he hasn't shown himself, so you don't technically know. It sounds
Can
like he's
I-
within 100 feet.
Can maybe we get closer since we're the ones haggling? Me and you?
No, we're not haggling.
That's
you're
what
paying
this is.
the
We're
tax.
haggling. We're haggling the tax.
You don't haggle taxes, you pay them or you evade them.
How are you
Can we
trying
choose the second
to...
one?
And I dodge to evade attacks.
I use this
Quiet
opportunity
for another
to, because I need 120 feet as a range.
Uh-huh.
Medora's gonna start casting Dimension Door and then just jump off the cliff so that as it does it, it casts her to be 30 foot behind him. I think 30 foot. Let me just check my maths.
You're jumping off a
gonna
cliff
be
whilst
moving.
casting as well.
An
whilst
object
invisible.
in motion
I was
stays
gonna
in
say,
motion.
Yeah.
you know what?
Have
No,
you
it's
not played
okay.
Portal?
I mean,
This
it's a Dimension Door and it says instantly transport. It's not delayed.
It is. Yeah.
Okay, just
It's
go.
just
go
if you're
for it.
instantly transported
just go
while
for
in
it, man.
motion, you will remain
Fucking-
in motion.
Fucking Kiki.
No, it's fine. It's not
So-
like
So
it's
what's your
gonna be.
backup character called, and how did they get here?
It's as long as you're casting it like immediately on jumping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you're gonna be treated as having fallen 30 feet instead of.
I can't remember how full damage works in this,
You
but it's
take
fine.
half. You take half as damage, so you take 15 points of damage
To my
and
stamina.
end up prone. Yep,
And end up prone.
and end up
Oh.
prone.
Fine. I can't see me on.
Does
here,
that break
so-
your invisibility? Is there like concentration in Pathfinder? Okay.
I'm
So-
going to keep yelling at him, by the way.
Oh yeah, and all of the shit Ithri's
You know what?
shouting is just as a
I'm
distraction.
haggling to
And
evade
then
half of your
Medora, make a
taxes.
stealth check. Cora, make a deception check.
Can
I'm
I
not
aid in
decepting.
that?
Okay, you can do
'Cause I'm-
diplomacy. Yes, you can aid.
Okay.
Okay.
How do I aid?
You also make a diplomacy.
I
check.
shouldn't have aided.
You
So
should not be
I'll
aiding me.
cast guidance on Cora.
Diplomacy.
Guidance.
So stealth
Obviously do
check.
that. There we go. Oh, I roll.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
Okay, so
I
it's,
rolled 12 for 11.
that's not a critical failure, so there's no penalty.
Like fuck.
Hidden.
30.
Oh,
hidden.
wow. Okay, well, the distraction works. Medora, what was that stealth check?
Is that public or hidden?
Yeah, public.
Oh,
Okay,
That's a hero
well,
point.
I was
Hero
gonna say it
point
needed to
reroll.
not be that.
Hero point reroll.
Yeah.
Fuck the hero point rerolls
What
today.
the fuck?
I mean, I'm undetected, so they'll hear me but not see me.
They're like, oh.
Yeah,
That's
like I think in Medora's head, she imagined like it'd be this cool. She drops and then just materializes on her feet. She didn't account for objects in motion stay in motion. So
That's
like
all
you
good.
hit the ground, there's a definitive as you hit like the ground and get splatted. Not literally, not like turning into a splat, but like
Winded.
just hit it hard and
Yeah.
crumple on the ground. And there's a
So we have a deal then?
what? He kind of
Yeah.
Medora, you can clearly see him now, like looking right
I
where
just
you're at. but
freeze
he
for a
doesn't see
second.
you.
You know, we're haggling to avoid half your taxes. So,
Is
Can
there
we
an
get
option
this
to avoid
moving?
all of it? I like
I take a
dodging
breath.
touches.
and then I cast Impending Doom.
Is someone there?
are you still there?
Hello? Yeah, we're here.
No, that he said that quietly. He's like
Oh,
100
okay.
feet from you guys. Okay, the intense mental blah blah.
Pete's sake.
So he has to make a will save.
I'm getting good at this haggling.
I need to roll that publicly. Let's try that again. Great!
Ooh.
Critical failure. The creature is immediately flat-footed, frightened 3. On the second round, becomes stunned 1. Finally, on the third round, becomes paralyzed. At the end of which they take double damage.
Ooh,
Go ahead and roll your damage, please.
this poor guy.
That's
Okay,
many
so
dice.
he'll take 42 damage in 3 rounds. What is this? What have you done? Just go!
We're good to go?
Just go!
Oh, thank you!
And like
Oh,
he falls to his knees, and like some of the archers up above are like peering down now, like, huh? What's going
Let's
on?
get going, guys. He said we could go.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you
okay,
see
three.
him just
keep going.
March.
By the time you guys get there, like he's already. The 3 rounds have passed. He let out a horrible scream of sheer terror, and is just crumpled on the ground
Oh,
and
buddy.
is like fetal position, rocking
okay?
himself
Is he okay?
So-
and gibbering nonsense.
Holy heck!
So we can see him, yeah?
Oh yeah, yeah. By the time when you get to him,
I'd like to flip him 1 silver.
I'm
Ow!
still invisible, bend
Mhm.
down and whisper in his ear in Abyssal, cheesecake, chocolate, drinks. Because I'm assuming he doesn't speak Abyssal.
He does not. Actually, he doesn't
Oh,
even
right.
speak Jedian. Literally only speaks common.
Oh, fucking
So
I'm sure it
he's
sounded
just
terrifying to
whispering
him.
recipes in the
he's
visual.
he's not even cognizant. Like he's gone. He had kind of a psychotic break, and you guys are able to follow the
I
path.
didn't know haggling could do that to somebody.
I mean,
Yeah,
really
Cora, you
well.
were. He didn't want to deal with you, I guess.
Guess so.
That is 50
On our
XP to
way!
you guys.
That is actually one of the tactics of haggling is just to annoy the person until they give you whatever you want, so you go away.
Yes.
So-
It
Medora's
worked
just
out.
gonna like reappear and be like, "Yeah, good job, Cora. That was great haggling."
Oh,
Did you
thanks.
say that was 50 XP?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna lean over to Medora and be like, "What did you do?" Like very quietly.
One day I'll show you. Don't
I'd
think I should
rather
say
not-
this around Cora.
I'd rather not it be done on me.
Oh, not on you. But-
Okay.
I don't think I should discuss this near Cora.
Oh, okay. thank
Cora
you.
looks pretty pleased.
Good haggling, Cora. Good. I will let you haggle for me next time.
Ooh, okay.
And cheerfully, you guys continue.
Do. This has been a breeze so far.
I mean, it's
Thanks
not
for
like you're in the
cursing
desert.
it.
I mean,
so
I just
you-
want to point out that we had 2 hero points that rolled the same twice in a row,
Yep.
Yes.
which is
we did.
what a chance
That was
of
very tragic.
1
for
in
Medora.
1600.
400s?
Yeah, but
I
twice,
mean-
so 1 in 1600.
Cora's like, this has been a
Yes.
breeze, and Medora's like, still a little bit winded.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's gonna
Um,
hurt for a bit.
There's also probably the knowledge that if you had goofed up the casting, you would have just straight up fallen and literally splattered yourself on the ground. So, you travel another mile, and suddenly the trail switchbacks. It goes the other direction,
Are we still
ascending
going?
steeply,
We're still ascending. Okay, yeah.
and another mile,
Oh.
and it switchbacks again. But here, you've noticed, I don't know if you can see on the map, the stream has gotten away from you a bit. But at this point, you can see it in the distance, pretty far away from the road, just flowing swiftly down the mountain. You're pretty high up now. At this point, you're about 3,500 feet above Bralazar.
Damn. Is the air pretty thin?
View's
Not
pretty
yet.
cool.
But it's not great up here. Like it's high up. Looking down, you can see Bralazar in the distance. You can see clouds much closer to you than they used to be.
Ooh, I like that.
Have you guys
Did we
been in
touch 'em
mountains
yet?
before?
I have.
That was
No.
in game.
Oh, Ithri.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stay out of this, GM.
Oh, I wanted to be included.
Or
Did
was
anyone-
that? Or was that
Did
Loki?
anyone hear a
on
voice on the
camel?
wind?
Oh, was that
Loki
Loki?
has Loki has faded.
Oh,
since
good.
Cora's been
Asshole.
go ahead.
Cora.
Yeah, you guys been in mountains before or first time?
Once.
I've climbed a few, but not these ones in particular.
I think Vigor Mount was the highest I've been.
From a distance, maybe. I haven't been to any.
Really, you can climb mountains from a distance.
No, I've just seen them. They look
Okay.
pretty from a
It's
distance.
called your imagination, Itchy.
I mean, I don't have one of those.
Yes, you do.
I'm
I'd
joking.
kind of like to fly over them and have a look, but
I mean,
Oh, that sounds fun.
so all I will say, Medora, if you've never been in one, the view is great, and take it in, but not while you're moving.
Why?
While you're moving, eyes on the ground or the inside
Oh.
wall. Don't be
That
like,
makes
oh,
sense.
it's a pretty view, because your feet will just take you where your eyes are going.
Medora just freezes, takes in the view, and then looks at the floor to keep walking.
I will note, if you want, you guys can be mounted again, if you wish. Though it's not very comfortable
Yeah.
if you're not used to riding a camel. It would be very, like... Those of you who favored staying mounted, you're feeling it now.
Yeah, I think Ithri is preferring to walk.
If you've
Unless
ever ridden a
it's-
horse and gotten sore, this is like that, but worse.
Would it?
I 100% am still mounting Alice.
I presume we wouldn't
That'd be
travel
noted.
much faster if we were mounted. It wouldn't be like.
So unfortunately, because of the nature of the uphill ascent here, it
Yeah.
actually would be about the same.
Yeah. So Ithri's walking.
Medora she'll do some switching on and off if she,
Okay.
to start with, probably mounted because she was winded.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah. What you're finding is until a week or two has passed and you've really gotten used to riding the camels, there's no, on foot or otherwise, there's no comfort to be found in this travel. It's just gonna suck. And you're gonna be sore and tired every day.
Great. I love this for us.
I thought you'd like that. You continue on.
a nice hot bath would be great for the muscles.
For another mile. And it switchbacks again.
Roughly what time of day is it now? Are we getting towards
I'm
evening?
glad you asked. At this point, it's about 10 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
You weren't expecting that?
No.
These are only miles you're going. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
it's uphill. I guess, you know
mountain
what?
stuff,
I'm
so-
going to double that. I would say it's about noon
Okay.
because it is a pretty stiff ascent you're doing here.
Hmm.
So it's about noon.
What's the temperature like?
It's cooling down.
It's getting better.
It's been better. It's getting worse now.
But for Ithri, I think it's
Well,
probably.
For Ithri, you might be okay. It's starting to get a little cool.
I'm sure he won't enjoy it as when it gets frosty, but at the moment, I think it's just like, yes, it's not hot.
Can I tuck my spare staff onto the camel
Mhm.
and drape the blanket round me?
Yes,
Does
absolutely.
that work? I have to keep one of them on the camel, otherwise I'm encumbered.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Unfortunately, as it nears noon, and you guys are probably starting to hear your stomachs tell you it's snack time. With the trail beginning to climb more steeply as you're nearing the summit. If you're nearing the summit, shit. I'm gonna move time forward again then. I think I misjudged. I think it might have been 1/4 move speed instead of half move speed. Then again, you did set out at 6 a.m.
Mm.
So if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you've been going at it for quite a while. As the trail begins to climb more steeply near the summit, you find that it is once again blocked by a wall of rock, taller and more imposing than the first. The stream, smaller here than before, forms the left-hand side of the cleft, again, and the trail, climbing steeply, hugs the opposite wall. A low moan, probably caused by the wind, throbs through the gorge. So steep and narrow is this cleft that steps have been carved into the rock to allow the climber safer footing.
That's nice of them.
You're probably going to have to dismount again.
Alice, no.
Let's
Three.
let's
And
Almost.
take,
again,
let's take 10 minutes. I want to refill water skins and things like that.
Okay.
You
And
can
I'm assuming
refill
you're
water.
not losing your supplies until you get to the actual desert because there's still, life.
Do you guys want dates?
yes.
And I pull out my bag of dates.
Yeah, they probably
No,
gave
no,
it to you
no,
in
no,
like a
no,
little
no.
leather pouch.
I'll take.
Now open it up for everyone.
Thanks. What's a
I'll
date?
take one.
Ithri says, shoving a whole one in his mouth.
They're okay. It's again though, it's like eating trail mix. It's not exactly.
I love trail mix. Shut up.
It's good, but it's not a meal.
Mm.
It gets the job done, and that's about it.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Medora will eat one. Confused.
This does beg the
Caracal.
question.
Tarek will mostly just chill on his water and maybe a date, maybe. To himself.
Or want to check this one?
Sure.
E3, do you think it's another ambush?
So it depends what's on the other side, because the thing is, if we were going to get ambushed all the way up here, and there's not something smart on the other side, it's a long way to take all the stuff we get ambushed for. That's why the bottom one was more sensible, because it was nearer the exit and smooth sailing.
Also, I suppose you'd have to get through the first ambush to be the second ambush. And then you'd have to take the stuff you got from your ambush through your first ambush.
I think you're overthinking it.
That's
I
a lot
will
of
note-
choices.
Well, okay, you guys haven't gone into the gorge yet, so I won't. Never mind.
You want me to climb up?
I don't know.
You can if you like. I think while we're up here, ambushes is maybe not. Ambushes from bandits is maybe not what we should be worried about.
What
The
should
moan on the wind, did that sound definitely like the wind?
I mean, it's ongoing. It hasn't stopped.
Can I do a check? Probably, I'm assuming nature, to see whether it sounds like more than just atmospheric.
I think that would be perception, actually, which means it
Okay.
has to be blind. You're pretty sure it's just the wind.
Okay. I can't hear anything that sounds odd.
I don't know much about mountains this far away from home. I don't know if there's Jotun here, but things that
will
survive
know.
mountains are generally pretty hardy.
At this point, you guys are about 6,500 feet up.
I'm going to use a point of resolve.
That's a lot of Ithries.
Resolve is half stamina, right?
Outside of combat, it's all.
This
Yeah,
might.
if we
be a
take
good
10
time.
minutes, you can use a point of
Well,
resolve.
you guys
to
had lunch
fully-
too. I jumped us forward an hour
Yeah.
to assume you guys were like resting, giving the camels some snackies, and
There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
like short rest
effectively.
gain to stamina, right? I have to use resolve.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah, cool. So 1 point resolve to refill my stamina to full.
Hey,
Just in
Junko,
case.
can I have another
Yes.
date?
Oh, I was gonna feed mine some too. Here.
Yeah, I wanted to try. I'm gonna try and feed black-eyed peas.
I don't know if camels eat dates.
I'm gonna
neither do
Google
I.
it for us.
I'm gonna leave that to you to Google then. As you guys feel rested and refreshed,
Oh yes, they do.
probably gonna
Okay.
want to set up a more long-term camp right around the summit, based on your current rate of passage, and then maybe aim to be down the mountain tomorrow. Because right now it's about 3:00, and you've been traveling since 6 a.m.
Could
How-
I do a check on how the temperature is going to go over the next, well, effectively till the
That
morning?
would be survival.
Cool.
Okay, I would
Uh,
also like to
also-
point out
Yep.
Or public even?
that camels could thrive off of eating cactus,
hmm
Not many
which
of
is
those.
really weird.
You common sense indicates like these are snow-capped mountains. It'll probably be pretty chilly come nightfall. You're probably going to want something like a cave, or though since you came through this way on the way going the other direction, you would know that right near the summit there is a cave, a waypoint meant for travelers.
I
There's
recommend
shelter.
we go there.
Oh, there's.
Wait,
okay.
where's that?
'Cause I was
Wait,
gonna
you've
s-
been through this?
It's pretty much at the summit.
Because I was gonna say if there isn't a place to rest. I didn't know you'd been this way. Then maybe we should wait here and not move while it's cold and dark. But yeah, sure.
Was there an ambush here when you came this way before?
What, the taxmen or in this particular
I
spot?
mean, all of it. If you've been this way before, did you
As
not
I
know
came-
about the ambush?
As I came through last time, they were not here.
How long ago was that?
A couple of weeks.
What do I do?
Yeah, let's head up to the summit cave if there's a summit cave.
Okay.
So you proceed up the steps through the gorge.
Yeah.
I keep an eye on the floor as I go to make sure it's just not going to be like slippery or something if it's very narrow.
Okay. It is very narrow and treacherous because it's like trying to go up like the secret stair in Lord of the Rings, but as a gorge. It sucks. And as soon as you guys are in the gorge, it becomes nearly impossible to hear anything because of the reverberation of the wind's moan and the thunder of the tumultuous stream all pressed into this narrow gorge with you. Even talking like right next to each other, you can't really hear each other. And you continue on. And there's no ambush.
Oh.
This time.
Uh-huh.
Though,
That would be too good.
oh no,
huh?
it instructs me to roll to check. There
Oh.
very well might have been. In fact, as you look back, once you're up and kind of past beyond, looking back, you can see these strange white-furred, bear-like creatures just wandering along the top of the gorge.
Oh.
Like big white grizzly bears walking on their just upright like humans.
See,
What the
Oh.
fuck?
You
that-
see two of them.
I didn't think.
Check. Can we check the nature
didn't-
check?
Look, I
Check,
didn't think
okay,
it would be people that were the problem. That they look like they'd be a problem if.
Actually, this would be society.
Society.
What are they, you three?
Ooh.
I don't think you three would know. They're probably
Cora,
not native to Himnaheim, right?
actually, these are
Oh, okay. But if we
these
know
are cold
Would-
weather creatures. Well, you can roll society if you want. They're not necessarily common,
I'm looking for
but
it.
you have a different DC than anyone else
There it
does.
is. Okay.
But not that low of a DC. No, you're not familiar with these. Cora, you've read about them in some of your storybooks.
I've read about them.
Wanderers of the cold, frozen tundras and mountains of the north. They're Yeti,
They're Yeti.
and you know them to be very intelligent. Well, maybe not very intelligent creatures, but definitely sentient and not mean, but savage.
Probably best we don't bother them if we can avoid it.
Not something you want to run into in the snow when they're hunting.
Like,
Yeah.
like I said, anything that can survive in mountains tends to be a bit.
They're
be-
really smart.
better at survival. Are they? How,
Good
like,
hunters.
are they like smart enough to? Are they like? Can they speak? Can they use tools? Do they?
Yep.
They,
Yep.
oh.
I
So
don't know
like,
what language.
They're just like
Yeti.
big furry people.
Kinda. Who live in the wilderness.
Oh, here, if you want to see what they look like.
I do.
You just see two of them wandering around.
Aw, cute.
They look like they're about 10 feet tall.
Oh, I would cuddle the
Holy shit,
heck out
that's-
of one.
They're 10 feet tall. That's
Yeah.
2.5 Ithries.
They're very big. Like I said, like grizzly bears, but walking upright. Not something you would really want to fight in a gorge.
They look like a person who stood under a Mr. Whippy machine.
What's a Mr.
Okay,
Whippet?
anyway, you guys continue. only another quarter mile forward, actually. The road is, again, sort of switchbacking, but before that, set about 50 feet to the left of a tributary path, you can spy a spring bubbling forth amidst the rocks. It looks like there's a pool of irregular shape, no more than 2 feet across, and the overflow pours down the mountain alongside the path. This is this is definitely the source of the stream that has paralleled the trail up to this point. The banks of the pool are a carpet of tiny purple and white flowers, graced occasionally by larger crimson blossoms and pure white lilies.
Is this our hot spring episode?
Oh, it's probably not hot.
Oh.
I do a check on the flowers before I go anywhere near the water.
Sure. Nature.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Remember, all recall knowledge checks are blind.
Junko, you know a bit about poisons, right?
Maybe.
If you've got like a alchemical lore or something along those lines for poison lore, whatever, you can use
Just
that in
in-
place.
Just in case the flowers aren't good for the pool.
You're unfamiliar with these particular flowers, Medora.
Funny story. I don't know lore about lore of anything.
Don't know.
You don't have. I thought you had some lore skills.
You must have alchemy, right? Because isn't that how you make your potions?
I think actually that's crafting.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Crafting. I have crafting.
Can you not craft plants? God.
Can you
I
do,
would
like, a
say in
crafting
this
check
case
to see
you
if
can use
know those
crafting.
ingredients?
Especially since you have a specialization in poison, you can use crafting for this.
Thank you.
That makes sense to me.
Blind, right?
Mm-hmm. Because it's a recall knowledge. As far as you know, none of these are toxic. They are all high altitude flowers.
It should be fine.
I don't trust.
I mean, I wouldn't eat them. But...
I mean, no, don't eat them. That most flowers aren't good if you eat them raw.
Checking they weren't doing anything to the water, but I don't know flowers and mountains. I didn't know.
Can I check to see if the water is toxic because of the flowers?
Not without interacting with the water.
I'll interact with the water.
Okay, so you're going to kind of get off your mount, head over to the little source pool.
I presume
Mhm.
we're all like.
Mhm.
in the
I'm
boat.
assuming it looks
Um,
really pretty, and that's just
Oh yeah,
why
absolutely.
I'm no longer
Suspicious.
trusting anything.
This is a trap.
Well,
I've
and
ever
true to
seen.
the rapid that went all the way down the mountain, it is ice fucking cold. So cold that it's probably too cold to drink.
So, it's cold?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna dip my tea brewer thingy in there.
You little shit. I'll allow it. I will allow that as a single application. I'll say that works. That's, you know what? Good. Well
Little
played.
shit.
Well played. Okay. Yeah. That'll work.
I would
But as
normally
far as
get
you can
followed
tell,
by inspiration.
this water's fine.
Oh no, the water is fine.
If it's warmed, it would be absolutely fine. Like, this is a good spot to replenish you guys' water supply that you've drank through the day.
Okay.
I'll
I
trust
like my
Junko.
water ice cold.
I'm happy. I'm happy
Oh.
to trust Junko's checks on that.
Mhm.
Also, I wouldn't drink it right away. It is too cold to drink.
Noted.
Yeah, sometimes if it's really cold, my teeth hurt. I really don't like it.
Or brain freeze, or you can maybe hypothermia. I don't know. She chuckles because we're in a desert, by the way.
That's no joke. Deserts get dangerously cold at night.
Yes,
Oh,
they
yes.
All right. You guys spend a little time here and then press onward. Another mile, I'm afraid.
Oh, this isn't the summit.
No.
Oh.
No. But you are getting very close to the summit. In fact, as we are getting on to about 6 p.m., you come upon a circle of tethering posts standing near a side trail just below the summit of the pass. West of the trail, and about 40 feet above the face of the mountain, you see an opening. The cave entrance is so small, though, that most of you would have to bend to enter. Meaning, the tethers where you would tie off your mounts are 40 feet below the cave opening.
Is this the cave key?
I believe this is where I rested last time, yes.
Ooh, that's kind of far to be away from the animals.
I mean,
And you guys are about 9,000 feet up. Just so you
If
know.
it helps,
The air has
last
gotten
time,
thin.
last time I didn't have the luxury of a camel.
Maybe that's why you dehydrated.
Are you suggesting that if you like apply water
suck
to Key, he'll like turn into a human
Camel.
oracle?
He'll
Do you
rehydrate.
humans dehydrate too?
Yeah.
They need to pump IVs into them. Come on.
We all dehydrate.
How many
We're all
times
made
have
of
you
water.
died out here?
I think
I haven't died out here. I've just nearly died out here a few times.
You said died before. That's why I
I
asked
did.
if you had cat lives.
You say tomato, I say died. You know, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
I don't understand the reference.
I'm confused now.
sometimes tomatoes die and come back to life, maybe? I don't know. I don't know much about tomatoes.
I will note that for the last 2 hours of your travel, the winds have been constant and bitter, cut to the bone cold. No matter how much layers you wear, the winds just cut right through.
I would assume that Kyrak would know that we need to be inside regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we should have someone on watch, like for the animals, because they're quite far
Go
away.
out the
and
cave
stuff.
entrance.
I was going to say, would Kyrak know whether the camels would be able to survive the night?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I was
And it would
more-
be easy to keep watch over the tethering posts from the mouth of the cave, thus staying in shelter.
Yeah.
It's just if there was trouble, there would be the small matter of having to scale the 40-foot descent to get to them.
I vote we leave one of the 50-foot ropes with a few knots in it so that we can like ladder down quick, because if the camels are tied up, it's pretty obvious we're in a cave.
I
Sure.
would like to cast Read Omens.
Ooh, hit that. Send that to chat. I need to see what I'm supposed to tell you there.
I love
will do
Omens.
that
It's a great book.
quickly. There we go.
You peek into the future. Okay, what goal or activity are you choosing?
I want to know if anything will happen to the camels overnight. Or is that too vague?
So what you could do is so the activity might be leaving the camels here overnight.
Sure, we'll go with that.
You learn a cryptic piece of that can help.
Make a rhyme for us.
Yeah, DJ Askell.
This is
What-
bullshit. I
what
took
rhyme-
that off my
what
channel
rhymes with
point
camel?
redemptions years ago.
I mean, it doesn't have to rhyme with camel, but it's now going to rhyme with bullshit.
Enamel does, but then you've got to start associating dentistry into this.
If 5 or 6 camels lie in
Goodness.
the morning,
I
they
need
will
to-
die. I made that one up. You have to get a new one.
Give me a sec. I'm rolling some dice here. Okay, hang on. I just need to figure out.
Guys, I'm happy to take first watch if you are wanting to rest and stuff. I'm good with that.
I don't
I
respond because, as far as I'm concerned, I'm just bleary-eyed and like, doing the Doctor Strange thing.
I can take a second watch.
Who's gonna climb up first? Is it up a cliff for the cave?
It's a rocky, steep ascent. It's not quite a cliff, but it's close enough. It's closer to a cliff than it is to a stairway, put it that way.
So athletic check type
Mhm.
cliff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh.
Cora, do you want to borrow the slippers and go up and tie a rope or something while we sort out the camels? Or do you want me to go up and tie a rope to make this a bit easier?
Sure, I could go.
Do you want the slippers for the climb this time, or are you good?
Is there like branches or anything up there?
Before you guys go any further,
Or
as for your
anything?
omen,
Yes.
here's your little rhyme.
Oh, he did it! He did it!
Oh,
Heck
you
yeah.
didn't.
If you would sleep in the shelter beneath stars of Osirian, remember well the sudden appearance of a mountain lion.
Guys,
You write
I
that
think there's
down.
mountain lions about.
Why do you think that?
Yeah, that's very specific.
Wait, what did you do?
I looked into the future, and I saw lions.
Wait,
Oh. But they
I
weren't here
love that
last
most
time?
of you are from Saragarda, where lions are like jungle. Like you're thinking Lion King lions.
Yeah.
All of you except Key would know of like a very different type of lion. Except
so
maybe, I guess Ithri might know of mountain lions.
you looked into the future and you saw a lion.
That is correct, yes.
Oh, when I do that, I just see like a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Should we not stay here then?
Lions don't have thumbs.
How much green
don't have
is
lions.
Key wearing?
Sorry, how much? What is Key wearing?
Green.
Green.
Yeah.
And
The
what
colour
colour are your
green.
clothes?
How much is Key wearing?
No, very little, probably none.
Okay, good. Okay.
If guesses context. Medora, no.
I'll save for the context later.
So should we stay here or no?
You haven't helped really.
We don't. I don't think we have much of a choice.
Mountain passing overnight is not a good idea.
Yeah, from what Key knows, we have to find shelter relatively soon. But even if we find shelter, there is a good chance of being attacked by other natural wildlife.
So if we keep watch, is that enough?
It would certainly help.
Are they gonna come? Are they in the caves already?
I can't. I wouldn't have a clue.
Or are they gonna go for the camels?
If I was a lion, I'd try and eat a camel more than a dwarf.
If I was a
Actually,
lion,
don't
I'd
know.
be in the
Camels probably run faster.
jungle.
Yeah, but there's more meat on a camel.
Anyway, so to the cave then. I'll go check it out first. Is there anything within 50 feet up to the cave that can attach to a rope?
Yeah. Like you can easily secure a rope in the cave. That would be no problem.
Well, I just
And
get up
drop
my
it down.
rope of climbing, and I send it up.
Oh,
I forgot that
yeah.
was a thing.
Okay, you can do that too. Okay.
Make it
Scaling up
easier.
outside of like, if you're not having to rush, you don't even need to roll for it. It's not that difficult of a climb. It just is
Okay.
a little time consuming.
Yes.
Hunkering down and crawling into the cave, you can see that it is a room of sufficient size to hold probably 15 people. The cave walls and floor show signs of frequent use. There's a number of burnt out torch stubs scattered around it. It's cold, but it does offer refuge from the howling, bitter winds sweeping the pass outside.
Should somebody stay with the camels?
Are you saying this from
Well,
the cave?
You're on your own now.
I mean,
Yeah, you're right. I like say that out loud to myself. Maybe somebody should stay with the camels. Anything in here? Anything else?
Just torch stubs and signs of numerous
I'll
fires.
I'll light the torches up.
Well, no. Burnt out torch stubs. They're already burned.
Oh. Then I'll look back down at everybody.
BYOT.
And I give a thumbs up. They can see.
I was gonna say, no way you'd be able to hear her shout. Like the wind is just howling through here.
I light a
As
flare.
it is, you guys' communication, you'd have had to be shouting to each other.
Oh, nah, I'll just cast message.
Hey guys, do you think we should leave someone with the camels?
I can stay for
Well, I
the
mean,
first watch.
if we can do, I'm happy to do first watch.
Hey,
I'm just
Anthony!
thinking-
Second.
Oh, hang on. No, not you, Cora. I don't know if you can hear this yet.
I love that the message that came from Cora was just, "Hey, it's Reed."
For the second time.
I'll cast it again. Cave's okay.
Okay, can you hear this? I don't know what's going on.
Do you look up at Cora?
I mean, yeah, I presume it's fairly obvious that this is Cora doing this, so I'd look up to see if it was...
Then, yeah, I think you can. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how long I can talk to you like this for. Is it just like a conversational thing, or is it like I can just chat to you for as long as I want?
Cuts off.
Or do you
It-
have to...
When you finish that thought, it ends.
Oh, okay, it's not like a number.
Oh.
When
so
you
not long
finish
then.
that thought, it ends.
Oh, I didn't realize I'd finished the thought. That's, okay, cool.
Or like a sentence.
So a run-on
Yeah.
sentence.
A3 went, as if he was going to say anything, say something else, realised he'd finished the thought, and then sort of stopped.
She gives thumbs up.
She gives thumbs up. Oh, you can see that. Why am I...
Junko,
Just a note.
Do you-
So what I meant about the shouting, E3 talking to Junko, even side by side, you'd be shouting to each other to be
I
heard
just,
over the
I
wind.
just didn't want to
Hmm.
shout real life.
Yeah, no, I understand. I just want to
Yeah,
make sure you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So-
like even when Ithri was responding to Cora, there was probably an impulse to shout just because like the roaring wind is in your ears, you know.
Junko, if you want to stay with the camels, what if we get them to lie down, and then you sort of stay between them for warmth?
Yells.
They
Medora.
make pretty good wind blocks.
And the camels obviously can't climb the rope.
Nor would they be able to fit through the very small opening into the cave.
I'm gonna cast
Oh, right,
message
okay.
again.
To who?
Hey Junko, I think someone should stay with the camels.
I will note that whoever
I
does
just do
this
this.
very well may get sick with how cold it is out here.
I think the plan was for us to take our watch out there. Would that still be the case? Like, just do 2 hours at a time or whatever each?
You could do that, but it would be hell.
Okay.
Why you have camel butt?
Give me your blankets. Give me your blanket.
I happily give
Yeah.
my blanket over.
Thank
I
you.
Give
also-
me your blanket.
Yeah.
I look at Medora.
I've given, like, shrugged it off, and they're like,
You guys can have a fire inside. Whoever
Why is
sleeps out
Junko
here
giving
gets the
them-
blankets.
Getting her blankets from them.
And I'm gonna try and have the camels lay down in a little circle.
Sure, they'll do that.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna drape a blanket on the ones on the outside, and then have like 2 in the inside, like for where we would sleep.
Okay.
"Oh wait, put packs on the floor first. Get yourself off the floor, and then a blanket."
I'm gonna simplify this down to a survival check to see
Okay.
how effective this is.
Can I aid? Because I can do survival.
Yes, anyone who wishes to can aid.
Oh, wow.
Aiding.
Hidden or not?
No.
I'll aid. I'll cast
Okay.
a message and be like, "You got this."
Yo,
you get
bro,
plus
look
1
at
from
this.
Ithri.
I am
What?
aiding. Do I need
We
to?
rolled the
You
same.
roll it. Yep.
Yeah.
And
So
no-
is
again,
there-
we rolled the same. What the hell
Is there a
going on?
different way to aid, or do you just public roll?
It's just a public roll.
Cool.
Okay, you get another plus 1,
Oh, okay.
so
This
you're
might
up to
ruin it.
29.
I didn't realize there could be multi-aids. That
29 it
sounded
is.
terrible.
Oh no. Moving on from that as quick as we can. It's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna suck, but it'll get the job done. For the sake of posterity, you guys spend a pretty shitty night here. It's cold. Those of you in the cave are able to at least warm yourselves by a fire. You're able to eat. During the night, since you know what you're looking for, indeed a mountain lion does turn up.
I get 2
It doesn't-
sticks.
It doesn't attack, making loud noises, waving fire, whatever you do. Like, it's easy to keep it away since you know it's coming.
Get out of here, you cat.
It definitely does
Wow.
that angry cat thing where it gets all hunched up, snarling at you, growls at you a few times, and then takes off running away.
I wouldn't want to mess with the Junko that popped up from between some camels and went,
Surprise.
"It's off, I was asleep."
It occurs to me that mountain lions probably are in Corvania as well, or at least cougars.
Yeah.
So,
Same thing.
yeah,
Yeah, very similar.
yeah. So,
Same thing, different fur.
come the morrow,
Mm.
when the sun rises, 6 a.m. in the morning, Junko, who is presumably the one on watch, when you
The
see
whole
the
night?
sun,
No, we did
well, okay,
rotations.
whoever's on watch, tell me who's on watch, the final watch. Who's outside for the final?
I'll
It
be
doesn't
on
matter.
watch. I'll be on the final watch.
Okay. Key. When the sun rises, fresh at dawn,
Mm.
you have this glimpse of to the north, and you can see an infinite ocean of waving sands and foothills, rocky canyons, and far, far to the north, the sight of something flashing jewel-like in the golden desert below, as the sun catches its polished sides. The Desert of Desolation awaits. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
We got
Yay.
there.
I will
love the
note, by the
cat.
way, actually, before we end, I do have one more thing
Oh.
for you that requires we go back to the landing page.
Oh,
Hopefully,
Okay.
you guys are going to
Let's land
appreciate this. You found that something had been included in your packs.
What is it?
I'm gonna add it to your table, and you may study it however much or little you wish. I just gotta make sure I've got it here. Yes, I do. There it is. You find
A
two
peck of candy?
tattered scraps of old aged parchment. One.
Oh.
Wait, is that the right one? Sure isn't.
Whoops.
oh,
Not that one.
bye.
Did not see anything.
That's the one.
There's a
And-
dragon.
Here is the other.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's his temple.
More temples. Yay.
This isn't the Temple of Sandy Evil, is it?
Yeah.
Mountain of some god, probably.
I will say,
Enter if you dare.
going forward, you will find whatever that language is frequently appears, and part of this adventure is deciphering it. So, this is not just an art handout. By the end of this adventure, if you are to survive the ordeal ahead, you will come to be able to read this language on a whim.
Are those images available outside of this landing page? Can we
They
grab
can
those?
be.
Yes, please.
Um,
It doesn't need to be now. Just at some point. If
no,
we
I can actually do it right now. I was ready for that.
Nice.
Just
Just so that we got a thing we can click on. And
map fragment 1.
There's a floof.
there is a proof.
He's so
Okay.
filthy.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wait, no, that's the entire thing. We don't want the entire thing. We just want this image.
I don't know if the stream can see this, so I'm gonna. Oh, hello.
They should be able to.
I mean, they can, but I mean, well enough to read it. So I've done a.
That only brought up the image, right? Just the one image.
Yeah.
And here is the other one.
He's like, what?
Nice.
Why have you summoned me?
So yeah. there's
So
some
as you
from-
go along, I'm leaving these on you guys' landing page because I figure, you know what, maybe you'll want to make your own annotations or be able to quickly review.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thanks.
So, chat, thank you so much for watching today. I'm so fucking excited that we're playing this adventure. Also, just a shout out to you guys' accused crimes basically being short-sheeting the wizard's bed and what was the other one? Bringing
a wench when he already had one.
Yep.
The fuck?
Exactly.
Sorry.
How
For
dare you
which the
provide him with
penalty
two
can
wench?
only be death.
Yeah, like fucking hell.
I told you Tracy Hickman's ready for anything you might try.
This was the twinkle in his eye. Yeah.
Yep, it sure was.
Joke's on him. We were going to say yes anyway.
Yeah, but he needed to be absolutely certain. It's important.
What?
So chat, we'll be live again next week. Will we? Yes, we will. We sure will.
Well,
and how?
yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then we'll be off the following week
Correct.
for a convention.
Yes.
So you can find all of our adventures in this campaign and others on our YouTube channel. Also, we'll be live on Friday, where we'll be continuing a different Pathfinder adventure with some different PCs who really need some help. So give them some
Okay,
support.
look.
They're trying, but they're really bad at this adventurer thing. They need all the support they can get.
Is it so?
Wow.
For clarification, is it the characters, the players, or the dice?
For legal reasons, I'm not allowed to answer that question.
Okay.
No. The players are great. The players are absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
The
Sometimes
dice
characters-
are shitty little bastards that will not cooperate no matter what. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
So that being said, we'll see you guys. Take care and have a nice evening. Have a nice whatever time zone. Bye-bye.
Bye.